This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. Listeners, treat yourself to a brand new website with the help of Squarespace, a drag-and-drop, do-it-yourself site builder with everything you need to create exceptional websites. Go to squarespace.com/bangbang to start a free trial and use this great offer code HOTDOG. That's right, I said it. When you decide to purchase, you'll receive a 10% discount if you use the offer code HOTDOG. That's squarespace.com/bangbang, offer code HOTDOG. What are the best Comedy Bang Bang clips of 2012 as voted on by you? Well, we'll find out, at least find out 5 of them here on this very special Best of 2012 episode. All of that and more, all on today's...
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is Comedy Bang Bang, a very special episode of Comedy Bang Bang, part 1 of our 2012 Best of Spectaculars. And if this is your first time listening to the show, let me imagine what's happening. It's Christmas. You unwrapped your present. Mommy and Daddy, hopefully, I pray that your mommy and daddy are still together. Because that's the only way to raise a family, in my opinion. If this is your first time listening to the show, I do not mean that. Maybe mommy and mommy gave you something. Maybe daddy and daddy. I don't know, any combination of 2 people, but I think 2 is really important. Single parenting, I'm not a fan of. Again, I don't mean that. But someone gave you a present, be it a new iPad, iPod, I don't know anymore. And you, figured out how to, you were like searching around and you said, ooh, podcast, this looks good. And you heard about the show. Maybe you saw our TV show. We have a TV show on IFC, the Comedy Bang Bang TV show, which the first season of which premiered last year. You can check that out on iTunes as well. But you found this, you looked at all the guests on our program and you said, God, look at this. There's 180 some odd shows. How do I do it? How do I start? I have no idea where to begin, and then all of a sudden something caught your eye. Best of? Well, hey, why not start with the best? Simply the best, as they once said. So I think you are a smart, savvy person knowing exactly which episode to start with, and basically what we're going to do is every year we have our listeners vote on their 10 favorite episodes. We tally up the episodes, and we give you the highest ranking. I mean, that's the only way to do it, in my opinion. Give you the highest, So we give you 10. We start off with 10, and we count all the way down to 1. And now this particular episode you're going to hear today, we start at 10, and we're going to count down to 6, along with a few bonus clips in the middle of great moments that didn't quite make the top 10. But that's what you're going to hear today, and next Monday we're going to count down from 5 to 1. So it's going to be a really fun show today, some great clips. I think this was a great year, and you're really going to enjoy this, especially if it's your first time hearing any of these. Now, speaking of the first time hearing any of these, let me introduce a person who has not been on the show the entire year. He hasn't been on since the best of last year, so he has not heard any of these clips, I'm guessing. Please welcome comedian, raconteur, on the Esquire Best Dressed list for this year, I'm imagining. If I'm just guessing at what he's wearing right now, he's wearing a knit tie, which I haven't seen one of those since 1986, I believe.
Yeah, well, wait till you hear where it's from.
1986?
Well, now you've ruined the surprise.
But please welcome Paul F. Tompkins, my special guest.
Oh, Scott, I am pleased to make, I think is my 4th appearance on the show?
I think so, yeah. You're hardly ever on, but you're a friend of the show.
Yeah, well, I do enjoy the show. I'm a big fan. And I'm glad I can always manage to squeeze it into my schedule to visit you.
Especially at the end of the year.
Yeah,
I know.
Especially at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think you made a mid-year visit one time.
That was weird. Never again.
Yeah,
I didn't care for it. It felt weird. and uncomfortable.
A little straight. I mean, especially like it was a hotter month, as I recall.
Oh.
And, to see you not in your suits was scary to me.
Yeah,
you were wearing some sort of a tank top.
I was wearing this. It's the shirt that's great. If you have a wife who doesn't listen, and you
say no more.
You know what I'm saying.
I'm on board. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a shirt that's designed for the active husband.
The husband on the go?
The active husband with a violent temper.
Oh, sure. What exactly does this shirt say?
Well, it's a wife beater. That's what it's called.
I see.
Yes, that's
see.
the type of shirt that it is.
I
know a lot about garments and their terms.
Okay, I understand. I thought it was a tank top with lettering on it that said "Shut up, bitch" or something like that.
Oh, my word. Well, look, I'm a gentleman.
I only beat my wife. I don't use that kind of language.
I may be extremely violent, but the language lasts forever. Some scars don't.
Bruises fade away.
That's right.
Paul, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for, well, you weren't done.
Period.
Thank you for having me.
Full stop.
It's a pleasure to be here. As always, I look forward to this, not all year round, but when you remind me that it's time to do the best of, I start looking forward to doing it immediately.
Yes, which was about 3 days ago, as I recall.
That's right. I got all excited about it.
Yeah, well, this is an exciting time of year. We had a great year, I think.
You did, and congratulations on all your successes.
Thank you so much, and it's really due to the talent, I think, that you're going to hear on these clips.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
We have such great people did the show.
It is.
This year.
You can take little to no credit for the success of this show.
I don't. Believe you me. We have great talent. I mean, the stars that are on this episode just today and next week.
More stars than there are in the firmament.
Or in the firm. I mean, you had Tom Cruise, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, I mean, that cast maxed out at a certain point. I think there's more people that have been on the show than were in the cast of the firm.
The firm, yeah. How many people are in a movie, would you say? Not counting extras. 30?
Oh, let's not count extras.
Speaking roles,
please.
I mean.
Speaking roles, I'm going to say 30.
30 people per movie.
I think it's a rule.
That's right. It's a SAG rule.
It's a SAG rule.
Anything more than that, and your budget is $200 million more.
Scott, for the flyovers, SAG stands for Screen Actors Guildatory.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, I
what did you think
that.
it stood for?
I just thought it was SAG. It's about old actresses.
Not these days.
No.
Well, with all of them going to Dr. 90210 and so forth.
Tell me about it. Or Dr. 90201, just in the next zip code over.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get a great Beverly Hills address, but he still
hurt.
does good work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul, are you excited to hear what clips we have here for the listeners today?
Yeah, of course I am. Why are you questioning me?
I
Scott,
mean,
I already told you I was looking forward to this.
I know, but there's a difference between looking forward to something and being excited about the clips.
I feel like you're trying to catch me out or something.
This is gotcha journalism.
Why are you holding my feet to the fire? You're like Helen Thomas.
All right. You passed.
All right, well,
he is excited.
Now I'm glad that I passed the test.
Well, let's get to it. What do you say?
All right, fucking shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, you got
Never heard you use that language before. This is, of course, number 10.
Number 10.
All right, our 10th clip coming at you here is from episode 174.
Oh, I think I know this one after you say it.
Yeah, at this point, we had already done 173 shows, and we said, hey, let's do another one. So you know which one it is from that.
Was that a tough decision?
It really was. I'm usually a 173 and out kind of guy.
Yeah, like who did you discuss that with?
I prayed for a long time.
Of course you prayed on it. Of course you prayed on it.
Yes, of course. I discussed it with my family.
Your wife, Kulap.
Yes, and our two children, Malia and Jalea. Jalea, of course, who played Urkel on Family Matters.
That's right.
Yeah, we adopted him when he was 28 years old.
That's right. Well, he's an orphan.
Yeah, he was. Oh, a dirty, filthy orphan, which is how he ended up on that show.
That's right.
That's right, because...
A TV show took him in.
Yes, SAG, as we explained earlier, has all sorts of rules about orphans. If an orphan shows up at a studio, you have to adopt him onto the show.
Yeah, but and now I know what people in the audience are thinking. Oh, I'll just dress up in rags and tatters, show up there, and begin my acting career. You have to be a real orphan, and they will know.
They check.
You have to have your orphan credentials.
Yeah, and not only that, if you're not an orphan, they kill your parents. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you will be an orphan.
They make you an orphan, and then you are cast out.
Into the desert.
From the acting into the desert.
They also blind you.
That's right. And
like Oedipus.
They give you a recipe for locusts and honey.
So, don't try to think you're going to get into show business, guys, because we're already here.
You can't fake orphan credentials because of the hologram.
So this was an...
You can fake Orkin credentials, though.
Yes, of
if
course.
you just want to show up and exterminate bugs in people's homes just for the hell of it, it's very easy to
People
fake
don't mind.
No,
especially if you don't require payment.
It's the most successful impostery of all time.
This is from an episode 174 called Series Regulars. Is that ringing any bells for you, Paul F. Tompkins?
Ring any bells for me?
As a listener of the show.
Does it R any B's?
Which is what R&B music, that's how they came up with that title.
Because it rang people's bells.
And it had so many bells in the songs, and also Richard Belzer, the Bells himself,
Of course.
has many albums.
That's right. He's a prolific R&B producer.
That's right. A lot of people don't know about his wall of sound.
Yes, he built a wall of sound, WHALL, and that's where he did all those great Keith Sweat albums, Orange Juice Jones,
I love him.
Boys to Men.
Oh yeah, which they're called that because there were only two. There were 2 boys and 2 men in that group. It was 2 full-grown adults and then 2 6-year-old children.
Originally, they had a semicolon in their name.
Yes, no,
Like a
2
newspaper
semicolons.
headline.
Boys, 2, men. Just to fully separate it and let you know what you were in for. The weird thing is that the 6-year-old was the bass guy in that.
Yeah, he was a bit of a
He does the
prodigy.
monologue and I'll make love to you.
Yeah, also an orphan.
Yeah, also an orphan, which is how he got in. Anyway, there's so much show business history.
Neither here nor there.
I feel we haven't even gotten to our first clip yet.
Series Regulars.
Series Regulars.
I mean, the title is familiar.
This episode starred Lizzie Kaplan. Lizzie Kaplan from Party Down, from so many great movies.
She's been a series regular on Party Down.
Cloverfield.
She was a series regular on Cloverfield, the movie.
That's right. And this episode also has comedians Nick Kroll, who is upcoming on the Nick Kroll Show on Comedy Central,
That's right.
out in a few weeks on Comedy Central. You should check that out. And also John Mulaney, who from Saturday Night Live, he was
right.
a writer on that and also on Weekend Update.
That's
has a
right.
great comedy album that came out last year.
Very funny young comedian.
Now, all of a sudden in the middle of the show, those guys left. Those 2 left.
What?
Lizzie stuck around.
Wait, this sounds familiar now.
Yes, and all of a sudden 2 weirdos came in.
Scott, I remember this clear as day now. I was so excited to listen to Lizzie along with 2 of my favorite comedians.
Sure.
And then those guys left, and I was like, oh, now what? And
It's
then those
a little
weirdos showed up, and I was like, these guys are weirdos.
If you've never heard
they
the show
eat
before,
weird things. They
Yes.
like weird things.
They eat weird Cheerios.
They they eat weird Cheerios, which is a reference, I think.
I think. I don't know.
Why is it so familiar to me?
I don't know. But yeah, if you've never heard the show before, every once in a while, strange people walk in, and we have an open door policy on the show.
Scott, I think we've talked about this before. I don't think you should have this open door policy.
We gotta lock these doors at some point.
You
It's
get so many weirdos coming.
almost 4 years now, and we haven't bought locks.
New listeners, strap yourselves in because you're going to hear. Well, here's what I think you're going to hear in this best of episode.
Okay,
and the one to follow. It's a veritable parade of weirdos.
Eating weird Cheerios.
Eating weird Cheerios, weird Cheeos.
And these are 2 of the weirdest. These 2 guys, George St. Geegland and Gil Faison, they're 2 older gentlemen from New York. 2 older Jewish gentlemen walked in, and they have a lot of ideas about show business, and we're gonna hear those here in our number 10 clip.
Number 10.
Yeah. Wow. So what have you been doing while you're in Hollywood? I mean, this you're here with a Hollywood star.
We went and protested the Chick-fil-A.
Oh, nice.
Because they wouldn't give us free nuggets.
They wouldn't honor a coupon that I made in the hotel, which is a Ramada.
It's a beautiful room. What it is it's a Ramada hotel.
And I sat there. You can imagine, forged coupons everywhere, drying on a clothesline.
Have you seen
Really?
that?
Well, I'm in my shorts.
Wet ink, really?
Yeah, have you
Wet
seen that
ink on
film,
paper.
Catch Me If You Can?
Sure, of course.
The Leo DiCaprio film where he's a forger?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we haven't seen that, but we want to see it because we're told that we...
So I made a fake coupon, 1 free movie, Catch If Can, and I brought it to the Lemley, which is now Slam Dance. And I went in and they said, we're not showing that. And I protested them.
Okay. How'd that work out for you?
There was an arrest.
But
I'm
you know
trying
that
to
you
remember
get
who was
those,
arrested.
you
Was
get
it- was it
arrested.
you?
It might have been the theater manager. I think it was me.
But we were definitely arrested, and we got 3 hot squares, and we were excited about that.
3 hots in a cot.
Yeah.
Sure. We're used to prison, our good friend's in jail, so, he's a political prisoner. We go and visit him all the time.
His name is Lon Gunderwear.
Yeah.
Long underwear.
He was a Swedish dissident.
who wore pajamas all the time.
Yeah, I see. He was protesting against having to wear clothes in public.
He's he's in that famous foreign group that was just arrested for performing.
Yeah.
Push.
Are you gonna?
Langunderwehrman.
Langunderwehrman?
Langunderwehrman.
Okay, of course. Well,
sometimes I space on names, and I just hope someone takes the
This
bait.
was because we were smoking PCP before it was,
Yeah,
we heard that there was a problem with it.
We tricked ourselves into smoking PCP before training day, before we knew that was an option.
Yeah.
okay, it took training day to let you guys know.
Most of America learned about it from training day.
That's where I learned about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a great film.
great film.
So why come out to Hollywood? I mean, just on vacation, or do you have a goal while you're here?
Audition.
Audition?
Yeah, we're trying to get
Audition.
auditions. We're trying to get
I'm up for the
auditions.
lead in Newsroom.
Oh, the newsroom.
Yeah, why?
As far as I recall, it has a lead in it already, but maybe they're adding another character.
But this
That-
guy,
that- they're
Gil,
just trying to
Gil,
make me sweat.
Gil, do your monologue from Newsroom. What?
Who the hell are you? Oh, okay. Look, Bin Laden. He's everywhere, you know? We gotta do the news, Edward R. Murrow style. Enough fluff. Let's walk down this hallway. Come with me, Emily Murtimer. This is self-written.
Yeah, I
No, that's
figured.
part of the script, too.
Oh, really?
I say it's self-written.
Oh, okay, sorry to interrupt. Wow, and do you perform it exactly like that? I mean, it's powerful
Yeah,
stuff.
sort of lazy-eyed,
he'll
staring down
do-
at my
That
shoes.
was very natural.
Yeah, but then
Grasping for the next-
when we
Oh,
run
yeah,
it
the
in the
weekend
room,
work.
he's kind of doing a jazzercise. He's moving
Yeah.
the legs
Yeah,
up and
moving
down.
from side to
And what
side.
we'll do is he'll hold weights, just 2 can lentil.
Oh, two 2-ounce can lentil in my arms while I'm walking. We go to a vet and use the dog treadmill because I needed to practice, working for these Sorkin parts.
Sure.
Because I'm going to get it. They're making me sweat
And
with
we're
this.
doing it. We should mention we're out in L.A. doing a one of those workathons called Working for Sorkin, and it's
Yeah, we're trying to raise money so he can get a bag of crack. He's low.
He's low on it?
Yeah, he's low on crack.
Yeah, he's in between seasons right now. So
Yeah,
the
so he's got to
downtime.
stock up so he can write that stock footage.
Well, you have a big Hollywood star here who might be able to help you out with...
Do you know Aaron Sorkin?
I do. I know him very well.
Would you help me get the lead that Jeff Daniels has?
Oh, so you do know that Jeff Daniels is
Well, they
currently
shot a
starring in-
season with him to make me sweat.
Yeah.
They didn't want me to
I
know.
thought everything just kind of made you sweat.
Most things do, especially menthol cigarette on hot morning and car. That's one of the biggies.
Yeah.
George's car doesn't work, but it still gets the ideas flowing, so he'll sit in it.
Yeah, I like to sit in it outside, whose ever apartment.
George has one of the nicest 1983 mustard yellow vulvas that you'll ever see.
Vulvas?
A
Yeah.
vulva, yeah.
A mustard yellow
Mustard
vulva?
Yellow
Yeah.
83 vulva?
An 83 vulva. Yeah. Not the safe Swedish car. This was a
This is just a disease-ridden vagina.
disgusting car that I commissioned.
Right.
The one time I had money. God.
What was going on in
83.
your life
It
back
was-
in '83 that you had money?
Oh, this was the high times of the 80s.
Oh, Wall Street.
I was
huh?
betting on Circus of the Stars.
Oh, okay.
And that Emmanuel Lewis came in hot for me.
Yeah, by the time they aired them, they had already been taped.
Emmanuel
Say
Lewis, what's
again?
he from?
By the time they aired them, they'd been pre-taped. They weren't live events.
Well, I was betting a guy from ABC Network. So he might have had an inside track, you're saying.
He might have, yes.
He was the editor.
Oh, he
Of
worked for
Circus-
ABC as an
Yeah, he
editor.
would edit Circus of the Stars.
Oh,
Why?
okay. Oh.
You think he had an inside track on me? You saying I lost 10 large to a Fink. He was working with a cold deck.
It was
Yeah.
Five-ish Finkel.
Five-ish Finkel.
It was-
his name,
really,
yeah.
that's how he
I don't know
started.
what he did next. Does anyone know? Did he do Picket Fences?
Well,
That
what I'm
Tom's
saying
scary.
is maybe Lizzie could help you with your acting. Could maybe give you some
Would
pointers.
you do a
or-
scene
I don't
with
think
me?
I-
Can we do a
You
scene?
seem game. Would you do
yeah.
scene with me?
I would love to do a scene with you.
Yeah, maybe you could
How about-
improv a scene.
Could you improv a scene from the new film Bachelorette?
Sure. Do you want to...
Sure. Who should I be?
You can be anybody that you want. There's Kirsten plays like an ice queen type. And
That's
then
me.
You
Ice queen.
You want to be
okay,
that one?
an ice cream.
Now
All right.
you realize, you're not someone who makes ice cream.
I'm the queen of ice cream.
No.
Haagen-Dazs.
She means characteristically she's
Yeah.
cold and
Yeah, she's like an
off-putting.
icy presence.
Oh,
There's
so
nothing
it's
to do with.
the ice cream's unspoken.
George.
Yeah.
The
Do you
other-
want to?
The other ones can't hear.
Do you want to play the other?
What's that?
The other character?
ice cream's unspoken.
The ice cream's unspoken.
What's that?
Sir, would you like to play the Isla Fisher character?
Oh, sure.
How would you describe Isla's character?
She's a bit of an airhead.
Airhead.
Okay, that won't be a problem.
Okay. Everybody
funny.
ready? Maybe we need some kind of
A
idea.
suggestion?
Yeah. that would
Maybe
be
a
great.
line to start?
Sure.
Okay, I would say you're on Central Park West and 72nd,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
and
Fine. Wait.
the line to start would be my ankles have really swollen up and my sock isn't fitting all that well
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. Do you want to know your character names or do you not?
Sure.
I'd love to.
Okay. You will be playing Katie, the dummy.
Okay.
And you, sir, your character's name is Regan.
Regan.
Yeah.
Like Ronald Reagan.
Ooh,
Well-
one of the great producers of a homosexual.
Yeah. Okay.
And my name, in case you choose to use it.
That's
in
fine.
this-
We don't need to know.
Okay,
We don't
cool,
need it.
cool,
We're gonna talk
cool.
to each other.
Yeah, I figured.
And scene.
Hey, what's your name?
He gave
My
it-
name is Jenna.
What's up, Jenna? I'm a stoop. I'm a real stupid.
Hand me that scooper.
No, this is not going to
no,
work.
you're
It has
not.
nothing to do with.
Unspoken. I didn't
You're
even
not-
say it yet. I'm gonna.
You're not working
I was
in an
about
ice
to
cream
say
place.
it.
You're not.
I hadn't said it, baby.
All right.
I hadn't even said it.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry about
Continue.
that. Go ahead.
That's my object work.
And we're back in scene.
All right.
Go.
Hand me that scooper.
No, God damn it. I
All
don't
right.
I
All right.
don't
All
think I
right.
can-
No, I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an
here
idea.
we go, here we
Okay.
go.
All right. Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. How's it going with you?
Yeah.
Regan.
Oh, it's going okay with me. You know, just putting these in the microwave to let them thaw.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm here.
Katie.
Katie, how
It's
are
me.
you?
It's Katie. What do you guys think about things? Because I don't think about much at all.
You're such a ditz dunce. And a schloop.
You're dunce.
What? Oh, that's funny. Wait a
Clever.
second.
Clever. I just feel like everybody's breaking character here, and I can't.
Are you in the
focus.
scene now?
Were we
I'm
ev-
trying to be in the scene.
Were we
Yeah,
supposed
are-
to be in character?
What?
Yeah, that's how.
Why are you getting? Why is
you act?
why
That's
is
the whole
the-
essence of acting is being a character.
Why's the,
fake.
why's the other one getting married when the four of us are such a good group of girls?
No, it's three of us, and the fourth one's getting married.
That's part of the scene.
I
No.
stooped John Hamm last night. What a jerk he was to me.
Nice, nice.
Oh.
Where'd you meet him?
I met him with that Irish cop. What happened in Bridesmaids?
Sweetie, sweetheart.
Yeah. No,
Is that what are you doing? Is it-
whipped
Whipped
cream.
cream on some almonds?
Goddamn whipped cream.
I didn't say ice cream. Scene.
That's
Good
pretty much
scene.
exactly how it goes in,
Good
in
scene.
the actual movie.
Do you have any tips for? I mean, George wants to be an actor. I mean,
Well, I
He's an
thought
actor.
I thought it was really good.
Actor musician.
I think maybe you should just keep in mind that they usually put the sound effects in later.
post.
You don't have to do your own.
That's so when someone says we'll do that in post,
Yep.
stop it. That's
Yes.
what they mean.
Yeah.
it's
When
they
they
put
say
the
knock it
snap,
the hell
crackle,
off.
pop in post.
The three animated people.
Yeah,
but they,
exactly.
those guys are there, but then they do the
Yeah,
sound
exa-
effect
Yes,
later.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
So those guys have to stand on set.
And just pretend like they're making those noises.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating.
but that really is my only note.
That's
And you were
your only
perfect.
note.
You were perfect. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You painted a beautiful picture, both of you.
Oh.
I
You
felt like I was
teach
back
you teach
there.
acting classes too, and
I do.
the title of your seminar is "That's My Only Note," isn't it?
I'm so happy you know that about me
Yeah.
because I don't advertise
Where do
it.
people
I
sign
saw
up to? Did people just show up or?
Yeah, people generally just show up. We work out of that theater that you were discussing
The
before.
Lamley,
Yeah, the Lemley, which is now the Slam Dance Theater.
the
Ham
Hamley.
Dance.
And really, anybody who wants to come in can come in, and
How many
I
people
give 'em
usually come
a
in?
note. Well, between 13 and 22.
That's good numbers.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Great
Those
number,
are
and it's
both-
free.
It's free.
Yeah.
Why? You're just generously giving your time.
And can
It's charitable works.
And do we bring coffee breath? is that provided there?
I think you normally have to bring that kind of thing. Do you mean, is the coffee provided there, or?
Sure.
Number 10.
Funny clip.
I like what did I like at the end? She says, "I hate it here," and then everybody's laughing, having a good time.
That's a great clip. That's our number 10. And boy, what other clips do we have?
I mean, Scott, if that's a great clip, and if that's number 10.
A lot of people said when it came out that would be number 1, but we've had such a great year that just other episodes eclipsed it. But it was a very tight race for, let me tell you, it was very tight for 10, 9, and 8. They were all, 10 and 9, and 11 and 12 and 13. They were all very, very close.
Yeah.
But that one took the 10th spot. And tell you what, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to have clips 9 through 6. Along with bonus clips.
Straight through?
No, we'll take a few other breaks.
Oh, okay, sure.
Anyway, enjoy this one. We'll be right back. Hey, everyone, Scott Aukerman here, and I want to tell you a little something about our friends at Squarespace. They have this great new product. By the way, Squarespace is a do-it-yourself website builder that allows you to make a website or a blog in just a few minutes. My wife, she did one using Squarespace, so you know it's good. Squarespace gives you a free domain name, handles all of the hosting, and has 24-hour customer support, so you don't have to worry about waking up Mrs. Squarespace when you call Mr. Squarespace. 24 hours, they're open. Everything on the platform is drag and drop. It's so easy to use. You can drag pictures straight from your desktop and create custom layouts with multiple columns and text that wraps perfectly around your images and videos. All of the templates are customizable to whatever you want it to look like, and they let your content do all the talking. And if you're ever sick of one of your templates, you're like, my website needs to get jazzed up! You can switch to a different template at any time. And another thing that's really special about Squarespace is that the website you create is going to scale automatically to fit perfectly on iPads, iPhones, I don't know anymores, and pretty much any other device. So, you can pull content from your blogs, push your content back out to your social networks. Their unlimited plans offer the best value with pages, galleries, blogs, unlimited storage, bandwidth, and contributors. Just look, go to squarespace.com/bangbang and start a free trial, no credit card required. And if you decide to purchase, then click on enter an offer code below the pricing at checkout and enter the code HOTDOG to get a 10% discount. Dip 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 dwah. That is squarespace.com/bangbang, offer code HOTDOG. Squarespace, everything you need to build exceptional websites. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back. And
Comedy Bang Bang, we are back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Paul?
You were taking care of that.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Can I see you in the kitchen?
We're having a good time, and we've heard one clip so far, and we have several more here to get to. And this clip is coming in. I decided that after number 10, we would go straight to number 9.
Great decision.
Number 9.
Number 9 clip. This is coming from episode 180. Do you know what it is, Paul?
180.
180!
I feel like that must have fallen between 179 and 181. Can you give me a little bit more?
It's also after 178.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be, right?
Yes.
Where is it in relation to 177?
It's after.
Oh, I don't care for this fellow. Or lady. Mustn't be sexist.
That's true.
You could have been doing a lady.
I think it would be sexist the opposite way if you heard someone with a high voice and assumed it was a lady.
True.
So I think you were actually not being sexist. Congratulations to you.
I'm great again. What's the name of the episode?
This one is titled Friends Without Words.
Oh, I know this one all too well.
Yes.
I listened to it many, many times.
Friends Without Words. Our good friend, speaking of friends, Gillian Jacobs from the TV show Community.
Isn't it Gillian Jacobs?
That's right. Yeah, it's a hard J.
Yeah. It's a hard J.
Gillian Jacobs. Gillian Jacobs, you know her. She plays Gilly on SNL, and she also plays Britta on Community, which is coming back very soon in February on NBC. We welcome that show back. But she's great. She's a friend of the show. She's been on several times.
She played Jacob in Jacob's Ladder.
That's true, Jacob's Ladder. And she came by, and she's been on the show many times, and I'm not going to play the clip where we talk about our words with friends saga. Okay, that go and check those episodes back that she's been on to hear the complete saga.
If you want to read all about that, you can check it on Deadline Hollywood and Snopes.com.
That's right, and Snoops.com, because they were snooping around and they found out that info before anyone else.
How do they get their information?
I think that they snoop around people's houses.
I mean,
Paul.
why do we put up with it as a society?
You know what? We can't prosecute them. They flash their badge and say Snoops.com.
That's right. Snooping is not against the law.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's sanctioned by the government.
So this episode, Gary Marshall, also the creator of Happy Days,
legendary
Laverne and Shirley.
TV producer. He's a big movie director.
Yeah, he directed Pretty Woman.
That's right.
Possibly one of your favorite movies. I'm not talking to you, Paul. I'm talking to the listener.
Yes,
that's got to rank #1 on some person's list out there in the world. Their favorite movie of all time.
Probably most people's.
Probably. So he was here along with us, and right before this clip, Gillian Jacobs, had grown very sort of, I guess, enamored of Gary Marshall. Oh, wait, is it Jerry Marshall? Is that the...
It's Jerry
Jarshall?
Is Jerry Jarshall? Probably Jerry Jarshall. Yeah, she seemed to take a shine to him when she realized that he was rich and elderly.
Yeah, because Gillian... it was coming off Community. It hadn't been airing in a while. Needed some of those residual checks. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So she was not doing too well. So she basically, before this clip, had convinced Gary Marshall to kill his wife.
Yes.
Which he did.
Yes, he did.
He did. So when we come into this now, Gary's killed his wife. Gillian and Gary are together. And we have a new guest, Tracy. The first time this girl, Tracy, had ever been on the show. Tracy,
college student,
and she had just taken a trip, and she comes on the show, and all hell breaks loose.
As it is wont to do.
That's right. On our #9 clip. #9. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here with Gillian Jacobs. We have Gary Marshall here on...
Hey!
Newly
Gary
married.
Marshall!
Newly married. You guys got married during the break.
That break was a real wife killer. Now I'm on my second marriage with Gilly over here.
I got $1 billion.
That's right. You're a Gillionaire now, right? How do you like that? That's fun. I still got it. I started out writing jokes.
We have another guest. We are so not proud, but so happy to have in the studio, I guess. I mean, we're not proud because you've never been on the show before.
Thank you.
But and I don't know that much about you other than you're a local, it says here.
Not really anymore, but I just got back from studying abroad in Italy, so I kind of think I'm a little bit Italian.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But Tracy is here.
Hi.
I don't have a last name on you.
It's okay. I'm trying a new thing, just being Tracy.
Just Tracy?
Yeah, because my last name was really hard to pronounce, and it was Polish, so I'd like to just drop that.
Just going one name like Voltaire.
Yeah, thank you.
Like Moliere as well.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He wrote a play.
Oh, so are you a lover of the theater?
I've definitely seen some, and I feel like
all the way through?
Yeah, I stay till the end.
What's that like?
Well, I like to get the most out of my money, and I guess since you're really rich, you probably don't really care about money.
I'm really rich now too.
This opens up a world of not seeing things to their completion.
That's
Also, but the other thing is he's really rich and doesn't care, but he sneaks in to the. That's something about Gary Marshall, that you sneak into the movie theater through the exit door.
That's right, and I also like the second act plays. I go in. Sometimes I see the end, don't see the beginning.
Yeah, that's what you do with plays, of course. You sneak in at intermission, just pretend like you belong there. You've been out having a cigarette.
I always get caught because I'm very loud.
Hey, I'm just going into the theater here. I have a ticket. Don't bother to check me.
I've been here this whole time, I yell.
Excuse me, sir.
Curtain rises.
After the curtain rises.
I let the actors know.
Oh, okay.
We're cutting into this young lady's time.
Yeah,
Tracy.
fine.
So sorry. Anyway,
Whatever.
Tracy, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
What are you here to talk about? I don't have a lot of notes on you.
You know what? I just feel like I learned so much in Italy, and I feel really blessed to have the opportunity to share this with you guys on this podcast, which probably reaches a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so I thought I could just share a little bit about what I learned in my travels and just my experience. I'm about to be a senior in college, and I had a junior year that was unforgettable. So
So you spent your entire junior year in...
I spent 8 months in Italy, and I was there, with my school, but I definitely explored a lot of my own, and I grew a lot. So, yeah, which, I think anybody would. Like, I'm guessing you guys haven't really traveled much out of the country?
I personally have not been to Italy.
Yeah, I can tell.
What about you, Gary? Have you ever been to Italy?
I've been to Italy, yeah.
Which is where you're from, supposedly.
My ancestors, supposedly.
Marshall
Come on.
is an Italian
I
last name?
changed it for show business.
What was it?
And Penny did too. It made me angry.
Well, why didn't you guys go the Shirley MacLaine and what's his
Warren
fart?
Beatty route.
Yeah, Warren Beatty route, where you pick different
what's
last
his
names.
fart?
You mean, why didn't Penny do that after I already changed my name to Gary Marshall?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already sensing some tension.
yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
about
have
this
with my
Charlie-
Yeah,
sister-in-law.
good, because I'm putting it out there.
Charlie Sheen is another one of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Stick with
he
Estevez.
betrayed his family.
You
And
did.
his heritage.
That's my opinion.
His ethnic
Yes,
heritage.
I
That's
agree.
So have you you have been to Italy, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
and
well-
Gilly, have you been to Italy?
I have. We were robbed on an overnight train
Okay.
from Monaco to Nice.
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
No, from Monaco to Venice.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, whatever.
No, wait, Tracy, where in Italy did you go? Because it's a whole big boot full of a country.
It sounds like you haven't
boot
really
and a
been
rock.
there that much if you're calling it a boot. Because, if you really spend time there, you won't really use the stereotypes of the place.
If he was from Canada, he could call it a
Yeah.
boot, though, and it would be because of their dialect, right?
Well, it's so booey, I guess.
Anyone?
I guess I get that.
No one.
Anyone? Any
one.
listeners out there? No. All right.
A great silence envelops the nation.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot what you asked me.
Well,
where you
what
been
parts
in
of
Italy?
Italy did you go?
Well, I was in a few different parts. I spent a lot of time in Firenze and Venezia, and I was in Milano. So I was in 3 different areas. and
Frenzo, Frenzo, where was this?
Firenze. She means Florence.
Florence.
Oh,
Say
oh.
For
Florence.
you Americans, I guess
And-
you don't
and-
really know.
Well, you're an American too, though.
Okay, but I spent a lot of time abroad, so
8 months.
yeah, it's a long time. So I feel like I changed a lot, and I learned a lot about Italians and just that culture. So
Well, what's the main tip that you have for anyone going to Italy?
I would say first of all, don't look like a tourist. I saw so many embarrassing Americans there that I just I had to turn my head because people wear sneakers, which are clearly from America.
They wear what?
Sneakers? Wait, sneak hers.
Sneakers.
A lot of women wearing
They're
sneakers.
sneakers for women.
Sneakers.
Duh.
And
Wait a minute. We're all in on this business, right?
I think
Sneakers.
they already
Yeah,
exist.
we
They're
invented it, guys.
They're the ones that look like a high heel, but it feels like a sneaker.
Yeah, Isabel Marant, sneakers.
yes,
Oh, okay.
thank you. I guess you do know a little something.
Okay.
But yeah, I think these, you see people and they're just looking so lost and confused. And I think one of the things I would say if you're traveling abroad is always look like you know what you're doing and always look like you live there.
Did you sleep with a lot of Italian men?
I did meet a few men that I felt very strongly for.
What did you do to blend in over there? Because forgive me, but it's not. You don't exactly look like a native.
No, thank you. I spoke Italian the whole time, and I think that was something that really helped me. I was put in with a host family, and I learned Italian very quickly. So
Can we hear some?
Sure. What would you like me to say, or do you want to just have a conversation?
Let's have a conversation.
Okay. And
I feel like you just said the same thing twice.
Well, yeah.
I'm well. How are you?
you did understand me. Wow. I guess you did spend a little time there. I didn't really believe you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It was very traumatic. We were all robbed.
Wow.
On our way
I wish
there.
we had time
The
to.
story took a turn.
Yeah, I wish we had time to go into that, but.
Too
Italian
bad.
train thieves stole my Game Boy
Well, no,
games.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Gilly, but we don't have
okay.
time to go into it.
Somebody else on the train chased down one of the
We
thieves.
don't have time.
Okay, we had to spend
We
the
gotta
whole
talk
time-
to
okay,
Tracy.
Do we have
Okay.
time to discuss how I almost stumbled upon a nest of vampires in Venice?
No,
Is that what you
I'm so
call a
sorry.
group
Too
of
bad.
vampires? Is a nest?
Yeah, it's a nest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry, guys. We have
Sorry.
to talk to Tracy. Sorry,
Did I do
we
it?
have to talk to Tracy here. So I want to have you back on the show just so I can say sorry
No.
over and over.
See, now we have
love it.
another basis for our friendship beyond words with friends.
Uh,
Wait, did you learn any sexual tricks from Italian men? Do they
Wow,
Oh,
you
boy,
are
oh, boy.
really focused on the men. Is
Boy,
that
oh,
why you
boy.
went to Italy?
Well, I gotta keep Gary here happy. I don't
A load
know.
of Lola Falana over here.
Well, there is a lot. It's a different kind of sex that Italians have.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
They don't have sex in the same way Americans do. And I was not a virgin before I went there. So I
Really?
did have sex with some American men before I went on my trip, or I should say time abroad. But I did have sex with them, and they like it very differently. And a lot of times they like you to bend over and not speak during it. And most of them didn't kiss me, you know, so I think that's a local thing.
Oh, wait, your parents might hear this. You're not, this is a little...
She's
Thank you,
European
Gary.
now. The European sensibility is more
very
open
true.
about
That's true.
human
It's
sexuality.
very
true.
true. It's very true. You know, you don't have to cover your breasts as much in other countries, which I found a blessing for me because I'm very well endowed in the breast region.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but
Thank you.
sometimes I like to paint a picture for our listeners exactly,
Yeah.
how endowed the women
Yeah.
guests on the show are.
My breasts are humongous.
Yeah, you're right on the money. And how many of these men were you with? You say that they all treated you like this?
Yeah, well, they were all friends. So I was with about 5. That was just on one occasion. So yeah, I mean that was pretty much the only experience I had there sexually. But it was a lot, and it was just
This was one night.
yeah, but it was very overwhelming, you know.
Yeah,
so I
as
grew,
gangbangs usually are.
well,
I mean,
it's not called that there, but
Okay.
I grew a lot.
What do they call it? What do they call
What's
it?
the term over there?
They call it unabici unabici.
I think that means bend over bitch in
Yeah.
Italian.
Oh my
Ugh.
God! Well, that's not
This
how
is all
I-
very unsavory.
I know. I'm so sorry, Gary. I like to run a clean podcast, as you know. That's the reason you're
Yeah,
here.
that's what I know.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's just all I know from my experience.
so all you can pass on to me for my now sex life with Gary Marshall is to be quiet and bend over.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
Wait, are you guys gonna?
We're gonna get married.
We
because
are
you,
married.
you got married
my
during the
wife.
break.
I mean, yeah.
I
We're
want
gonna
to.
get married on our anniversary. We're gonna renew our vows.
I just want to keep you happy, Gary, because you have a lot of money.
Look, I'm happy. It's just nice to have a young person in the house, and
I can imagine,
it's nice.
Gary, at your age. I mean, sex is more of a
Theoretical.
chore.
It's a nice memory, right?
Yeah, you know?
I had my fun.
Yeah.
Now
and
it's
and
just-
now it's time for more fun.
Now it's just about having some arm candy.
Do you think maybe I could kill you? Do you think maybe you would have a heart attack and die if we attempted to have sex?
Oh, probably.
Okay, we're having sex in like 10
Oh,
minutes.
10 minutes
So-
in the middle of the show.
Oh, yeah. I need that money real bad.
Oh, boy.
I need all of it.
Saying it's
Community's
next,
drying up.
I have $1 billion in gambling debts that I need to pay off.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Next
Yeah.
break is
I wish we
gonna
had
be a
time
real
to talk about
widowmaker.
that, but yes, Tracy. So any other tips for the listeners out there who?
Yeah, I mean, endless. You know, I think one of the most important things for Americans is to travel and to leave your comfort zone. And you know, that was a huge thing for me. And I live
Where
with
are
a-
you from?
From Modesto.
Okay, Modesto, California.
Yeah.
And had you ever traveled at all?
No, I had not, because due to my family's circumstances, I had not traveled. So
What are your? Is it rude of me to ask what are your family
we have
circumstances?
$0. Very, very little. I sleep.
That's the most little.
Yes, and I have to just stay at friends' homes, but now I'm planning to move back to Italy as soon as I graduate college and just kind of, get back to my roots now and just kind of live there because I'm most comfortable there and I really found myself there.
How did you get the money to actually get there?
I got a scholarship.
A what?
A scholarship.
Oh,
Scholarship, I think
yeah,
you said?
yeah.
I
I
got a
didn't penetrate it first, but now I understand what
Yeah, I
you're
got
saying.
a scholarship.
So now it's getting farther and farther away from human speech. So, what are how are you going to live over there? Do you have a job set up?
As a woman in another country, it's very easy.
With very large breasts.
Yes, it's very easy to find work. So I'm not worried. I'll probably work in a bakery. And I'm really excited.
There's a lot of them over there.
Yeah. And it's
Italian
true.
pastries, one of my favorite breakfasts.
Cannoli, right? You like a cannoli?
Oh, every morning.
Every morning. That's not good.
No, I'm
Every
I
morning.
have ballooned up since the TV show.
You're
If
very
anyone has-
fat.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but
Yeah,
I like to paint a picture for the
Sure.
listener.
Yeah.
You're morbidly obese.
Yes, I am. I think I'm going to die very soon.
Oh my
Uh-oh, and you're rich,
and
right?
I'm rich because
Oh,
of the
wait,
TV show.
wait. Where is polygamy legal?
We need to go to some African country right now because I'm going to marry you.
Go back to Africa.
Hey.
Well, I feel like I need to marry one of them now because if they're both gonna pass, I could use the money as well.
Honey, you've got much larger breasts than me. You're going to be fine.
gosh.
I need this.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're going to be good at your bakery in Italy.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Why
I
do you
put that
put it in
in
quotes
quotes.
like that?
I feel like maybe she's saying that she's going to be a prostitute.
Oh my god,
Is that?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is that what the whole Five Guys?
that was for free. That was I actually paid them.
Are you saying the Five Guys burger chain is a prostitution front?
That's what I'm trying to say.
I eat there!
And Umami Burger. They're in cahoots.
That one I see.
Yeah.
Ooh, mommy.
And speaking of umami, that's what you said to your mom when you told her you were going to Italy, right?
Yes.
You said, "Who, mommy? I'm going to Italy."
Yes.
Thank you so much for confirmation on that. Well, gosh, so you're going to go back, and
Yeah, I
what's
can't
the
wait.
timetable?
Well, I have to graduate, unfortunately, so...
What are you studying?
Why
by the way?
wait? Go be a prostitute in Italy now.
Well,
on,
I am
Gilly.
dedicated to graduating so that I can also lord that over people.
Smart.
Yeah, so I'm studying many different things. I haven't chosen a major yet.
You're a senior, though, right?
Yeah, so the time is of the essence. But I am thinking I'm interested in communications, and I'm really interested in performance. And just
In what?
Performance.
In performance.
Performance and speech and debate.
Speech?
And communications.
What's poor vermin?
Poor vermins. So like rats that have been what?
Performance. Like a performance on the stage like Moliere. Like what you said.
Oh, okay.
I'd rethink that if I were you.
Yeah.
Why?
Your voice is very grating.
Oh, thank you.
Until you said that though, Gilly, I've never noticed how grating your voice is.
Thank ya.
Excuse me.
How about my voice, you guys? Everybody's on board.
The dulcet tones of Gary Marshall. We
You're
all
like a
love to hear-
morning dove, honey.
Oh, I'm doing a bunch of audiobooks.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Name one. I'll do it.
The whole Harry Potter
You
series.
got it.
The Bible.
I'm going to record it.
The Hobbit.
Sure.
The Da Vinci Code.
What's that?
The Da Vinci Code.
The Devonshire. What?
The Da Vinci Code.
I don't know what you're
it's
saying.
It's a film with Tom Hanks.
The Da Vinci Code.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
You know Tom Hanks.
Of course I do.
You know the Da Vinci Code is directed by Ron Howard.
That's right. Little Ronnie Howard, he grew up and then he directed that stupid movie.
Honey, did you
What's that, dear?
create Bosom Buddies? Is that one of your shows?
No.
Oh, he
Okay.
I
wishes.
wish that I had.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tom Hanks owes me a debt of gratitude because I had him guest on Happy Days one time.
Really?
And that
This
led
is
to
after Bosom Buddies.
So, wait, what kind of famous people am I going to meet now that we're married? Who are you friends with?
Joanne Worley.
Ugh.
What?
Gina
She's
Lola
a delight.
Brigida.
May not still be with us.
R.I. possible?
It's a real head scratcher.
That's a real head scratch R.I.P.
Number 9.
Ah, yes, the head scratch R.I.P. R.I. possible? R.I.P. possible? R.I.P. possible? Yes, I got several of those after that episode. That was a fun one. Gary Marshall, always great to hear from him.
That guy, he's got a joie de vivre that for a guy his age.
He's 150, I think, at least.
Yeah, right?
He has to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
He looked
yeah.
100, when he was created Happy Days.
He might just have one of those faces, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
He's an old soul.
An old soul with an old face.
Yeah, now his soul and face match his body.
That's a great compliment, by the way, if you ever see someone and say, hey, by the way, you're an old soul with an old face. And then you bat down whatever they're holding.
You're an old soul. The face will go with it. That was an old-timey insult.
You're an old-timey insult with an old soul and a... okay. Anyway, so...
You're a Swiffer. Do you think somebody would be offended by that if you called him a Swiffer?
if you walked up to a stranger on the street and said, hey, you're a Swiffer, and you walked away, what people would go, fuck you, wouldn't they? But then...
I would.
But then they would kind of go, what do the guy mean?
It would really mess with your head. You'd really start to think about it, like, how am I like a Swiffer?
You'd like start looking up slang dictionaries and going, what am I doing? And then you would start to ascribe its meaning to whatever you're doing, like
Yeah.
whatever fault that you find
Is
within yourself.
this the thing that makes me like a Swiffer?
Oh, fun. You Swiffers out there.
What's up, Swiffers?
Oh, by the way, all the fans of the Comedy Bang Bang are Swiffers, by the way.
Yeah, that's the
now
name for them, right?
Henceforth,
Yes.
you're a Swiffer.
We're all Swiffers.
Hey, Paul.
Scott, hi!
You know, we're in the middle of the countdown, but you know what it's time for?
Are we in the middle of it already?
Not really.
I know what it's time for, though.
A
bonus clip!
That's right. It's a bonus clip. We have so many great moments. Some of these clips didn't quite make the cut of favorite episodes,
yes,
but they have memorable moments within them that people said, hey, you got to at least play that moment in the best of,
yes,
because
otherwise, a very arid episode, no laughs.
Yes.
Thank God for this one moment. Kept me from driving off the road.
This bonus clip comes to us from episode 182, and this episode had Tim Heidecker, our good friend Tim Heidecker,
Sure,
whose company Absolutely produces the Comedy Bang Bang TV show.
Indeed.
Tim Heidecker was there. He was talking about his new movie, The Comedy, and we had two new guests walked in. We had someone named Diane, who was an interesting woman, a divorcee. Divorcee?
Go on.
Are you interested?
Was she hot to trot?
She was hot to trot. And also we had a new person who will introduce themselves, a memory expert. Mm-hmm. He was a memory expert, and he taught us some things. Mm-hmm. So let's listen to that bonus clip.
Okay, so let's say you have a meeting with an important client, okay?
Oh, that happens to me all the time, so this is right up my alley.
You're going to go have lunch with him, and you meet this guy, and he says, my name is Bobby.
Okay.
And your first thought is, never going to remember that.
No, how would I?
And you got to be able to remember his name.
Because you're having lunch with the guy, just even there, let alone the business you may want to have with him.
You don't want to be halfway through the meal and say, I'm going to tell you something, I don't know what your name is.
Right.
That would be embarrassing.
It
for
really
you,
would.
It would be uncomfortable for
Or
everybody.
the waiter comes to the table and says, pasta visual for Bobby. Is there a Bobby at the table?
Right.
And you say, God damn it, no, there's no Bobby here. Please take that soup that my friend ordered away from this table because his name is not Bobby.
Exactly. Or you go, I don't know whose names are anybody's names at this table. So please don't talk to me anymore. And then you're both sitting there. No one gets food.
Yeah.
And
it's a mess.
Your corporation is going to suffer.
Yeah, that's true. Because you can't run a corporation on an empty stomach.
Well, here's how I'm going to help you. I'm going to give
Thank
you
you.
my system. It's 3 steps, okay? First step, take a deep breath, okay? So just, okay, take a deep breath.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, oh, yes,
Okay.
please do.
Tim, do you want to get in on this?
I am not good with the breathing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tim's going to sit out. Is that okay?
That's okay. This is optional. I'm not trying to force this on anybody.
Oh, that's nice. So it's not like the Nazis.
No, we're opposite of the Nazis.
Or the soup Nazi is another guy who kind of famously tried to force things on people.
Seinfeld.
Step 1, take a deep breath, okay?
Okay.
Step 2, break it down, okay? You got to break down the name of the person that you're meeting. So what's the first letter in the name Bobby?
Oh, God. That's hard for me to remember, too.
I'm going to say it's a B.
It is a B,
Great.
okay? But on my system, you're not going to use a B. You're going to take out B. You put in a Z, okay?
Oh, why on earth would I want to say Zabi?
Because, that's what you'd think if you didn't know that there was more to the system.
I didn't know.
What you're doing
How could
is,
I?
in step 2, you break it down to get a keyword, okay? So second letter in the name Bobby,
O.
O.
Right.
But you're not going to keep an O.
No.
You're going to put in an A.
Okay.
Zabby.
So we're at Z. No, I bet there's more to
embarrass
this.
ourselves.
There is more to it. Are you sure you haven't done my system before?
I haven't, but I'd love to hear its completion.
Well, B, we've already covered this.
So it's Z's
Put
again?
in a Z.
Zazzy.
2 Z's.
Okay.
And then you take out the Y, and you put in a U.
Zazu.
Zazu. Okay.
Oh, my God.
So now you have your keyword, Zazu.
Zazu.
Wasn't that
And
the
then-
bird in Lion King?
Also the little girl in It's a Wonderful Life.
There you go.
Okay, well, don't think about those because
Zazu's
you don't,
petals.
You don't want
thinking of Zuzu.
You don't want to.
Zuzu.
You don't want to confuse this guy with a little girl or a bird. He's an important client. You're taking him out to
That's right.
lunch.
We got to remember that.
You got to keep
I've
him
never had a
straight.
job like that, but okay.
So I'm sorry, Arthur. In your system, we've replaced it Zazu, right? Mm-hmm. So is that the end of your
Zazu.
system?
No, then you have to repeat your keyword. So let's
Okay,
do a
so
role
we
play.
repeat- okay.
You be Bobby in the situation.
Okay,
I'll
great.
be you. Excuse me, I'm meeting you for the first time. My name is Scott Aukerman. Could I shake your hand and you could tell me your name?
I'm sorry, Arthur. My name's Scott Aukerman.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
How did you forget that?
Well, I should have done the
It's okay.
system when I came in. But,
I do mumble a little bit, too. We talked about that earlier. But hi.
No, I heard you clearly. I just forgot it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Sorry, I
I'm a
don't mean
big
to make
doofus
excuses.
and I didn't use my own system.
Okay, use your system from now on, though. My name is Scott.
Okay, great.
Okay. So, but in the scene, I'm Bobby. Hi.
Hello. B, give me a Z. O, give me an A. B, give me a Z. B, give me another Z. Y, give me a U. Your name is Zazu.
Well, then what about when you have to say his real name again?
I don't think this worked at all. You clearly just said to me that my name was Zazu, directly contradicting what I just said to you.
Zazu is my keyword for your name.
Okay, but you said your name is Zazu.
This is a wrap.
That's how I remember the keyword.
Okay. Bonus clip! Great bonus clip.
It deserves to be in the bonus clip area.
It does. As bonus clips go, one of the most bonus.
It was so extraneous and yet enjoyable. I'm trying to take like you're doing the sort of stutter on the B.
Yeah, let's coordinate.
I want to do a stutter on the S afterwards.
Bonus clips, you mean? Or bonus? Oh, I get it.
But bonus clips.
Okay.
And so I'll take care of the S part if you take care of the B part.
Okay, so let's practice it for the next time, but let's do it right now. Here we go. Ready?
Bonus clips. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Work like a charm.
Yeah, no, that's going to be good next time we have one. Tell you what, let's take a break. What do you say?
I say great.
And when we come back, we'll count down from 8 to 6 right after this. Hoodies, t-shirts, posters, paper people, digital downloads. What are these crazy disparate things I'm saying? Well, our holiday store is full of goodies for the Earwolf fan in your life, which, let's face it, is probably you since you're listening to this. But we have a ton. We have 2,000 pounds of great new items to put on your wish list this holiday season, plus a lot of stuff we're really excited about. We have an Earwolf calendar. Each month features graphics and quotes from your favorite Earwolf shows, including Comedy Bang Bang. We also have something really cool, which is, hey, turn your friends on to Comedy Bang Bang and your other favorite Earwolf podcasts with the gift of laughter this holiday season. We have what we're calling the Best of 2012 Earwolf Gift Package, which is a digital download which features an e-card and 6 of the best Earwolf episodes handpicked by us, including the Amy Poehler episode of Comedy Bang Bang. And what this is we all have friends where they say, what's a podcast? What is Comedy Bang Bang? What do I start with? What? Shut up, friends. I'm just going to send you this, and you'll get the best episodes of all Earwolf stuff, and that's what it is. And it gets a nice card, and it's like a stocking stuffer. Digital. So thanks for shopping at Earwolf, everyone. Happy holidays, and I'll see you at the movies. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here with our best of. And
now you're just going crazy with it.
I know, any B word from now on. What fun we're having.
We are having fun.
So far we've counted down 10, 9, and then had a bonus.
Do you know how much fun it is? Everyone knows how much fun it is to count from 1 to 10.
Sure. But going backwards?
If you just go backwards, it's a feast for the senses.
It really is. I find that if we were to start with number 1 and count down to 10, people would turn it off.
Right after 1.
Yeah, it's exactly. Which is, we recorded 2 episodes that way.
Yeah.
It took hours and hours doing it, and until we realized that the backwards way is the best way.
Isn't there a cut of the movie Memento that's forward?
I think that if on the DVD there was a bonus feature where you could play the movie in real time.
Right. And do you think anyone ever watched all of that?
I don't know. I wanted to. I watched The Godfather in real time. There was that.
Oh, the Godfather saga.
Yeah, the Godfather saga.
Yes, well, that's enjoyable,
I guess.
But I feel like if you know,
if you like watching The Godfather 3,
I feel like you can stop it at that point. You know what I mean?
Because it all takes place.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Is that you would start to watch Memento as it goes proceeds in real time, and then I think you would stop. I don't think you would watch the whole thing.
That's interesting. How many bonus features have actually been played on DVDs? They're the reasons you buy them. Do you ever play them?
I will say, I think you play them once, and then that's it. Which that makes sense. I will say that when I got into Freaks and Geeks, because I'd never seen it when it aired, and I watched the whole series in one weekend, and I didn't want it to be over, and I watched I had the crazy box set that had everything on it, all these crazy features, and I listened to every single commentary. Some of those episodes had 2 separate, distinct commentaries. I listened to all of it.
I find it hard to watch the commentary. Like, I always go, ooh, good, there's commentary, and I find it hard to watch because you've watched the movie already, and it's like another 2 hours or whatever.
The worst part is when a director will say, or somebody will say at some point, well, I hope you're not watching this with the commentary first before watching the movie. No one's doing that.
No.
Who would do that?
Who would do that? Some kind of monster.
But that's how they think of us, Scott, as monsters. The bigwigs in the showbiz industry empire.
The hoi polloi they think of us as.
The cheap
The rabble rousers.
The navel gazers.
The cheaper seaters.
the gutter snipers.
The popcorn eaters.
The ticket rippers.
Oh, now all of a sudden we're not even the audience? We're working in the theater? Oh, that's even lower.
When I first moved to Los Angeles, I applied for a job at the Sunset 5 movie theater to rip tickets, and I was rejected. I did not get that job.
You were rejected?
What about me suggested that I could not handle the responsibilities of that job?
I wonder if you tried to get that job now, if they would take you.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's do road trip. All right, it's time to get to our number 8 clip, and this is a doozy. This comes to us. This is, of course, number 8.
Number 8.
And this comes to us from episode 156. If you were guessing, what episode would this be? Divide. How many weeks in the year are there?
There are 52 weeks in the year still, right?
So, 52 weeks in the year. What episode would this be? 156.
How many episodes do you do in a week?
Just one.
Just one.
So 52 times 3 would be 156, which would make this our 3rd anniversary show, Paul.
Happy anniversary!
Happy New Year, Frosty the Snowman.
Happy Madison.
This is, of course, episode 156, our 3rd anniversary episode.
Yes.
And this had a cavalcade of stars on it. And we had a little later than this clip, we had Cake Boss, who... Have you ever met Cake Boss?
I have met him, yes.
Yeah, great guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a regular on this show.
He's very loud.
He's on this show. We're not going to play his clip. That would have been fun, but we're not going to play his clip.
Would have been fun.
Brett Gelman also on this show.
Sure. Play his clip.
No, we're not playing that clip. But
good.
At this point in the show, we have Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, sure.
Who
from The Hangover 2.
Yes, did you know they made a prequel to that?
Oh, did they really?
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Just like how Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom was the prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, they made a prequel to The Hangover 2. It's called it's called The Hangover.
And what's Raiders of the Lost Ark?
The
prequel to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
No, that's a sequel. That's a sequel to Indiana Jones and the Much
You're right.
So this was Zach Galifianakis. We also have El Chupacabra, who is a radio DJ. Oh, did he just walk in here for a second? El Chupacabra is here. He's a radio DJ, old friend of the show from back when we were at a radio station. He had the Spanish language radio station next to us. And also Annie Clark from the band St. Vincent. Annie Clark was doing music this entire episode.
Isn't she the whole band?
She's the whole band, yeah, but it's her stage name, St. Vincent.
Why does she do that?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Why not pick a nice lady saint?
Yeah, well, why not just say, hi, I'm Annie Clark. Right. That's your band name.
Why is she hiding?
I don't get it. But she was nice enough to drop by and do some great songs on that episode. It was really a special episode, so many stars on it. At this point in the show, friend of the show, I think it's safe to say, Parks and Recreation writer Harris Whittles drops in.
Yes.
Now, Harris Whittles has a terrible segment on the show.
He's a curious customer, this Harris Whittles.
He is.
Yes, he does. I know the segment of which you speak.
Yes, it's something called Foam Corner.
It's terrible. It shouldn't happen.
It's awful. It started off as Harris's Phone Corner, which was terrible jokes that he would write on his phone.
Yes.
Somehow it got transmogrified into Foam Corner, and You heard it on our last week's episode, the Christmas episode. He did terrible, terrible jokes on that.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yes.
Some dreadful jokes from Harris.
These are just as bad, and what I like about this clip is Annie from St. Vincent's sheer horror in listening to these jokes.
She didn't know what she was in for.
When
And
she
you
agreed
didn't
to do
warn
this.
her.
No. So let's listen to that. This is number 8.
Number 8.
Well, we're just going to have special guests dropping by throughout the entire show. I mean, you never know who's going to walk through this door at any given moment. And wow, speaking of the door, someone just walked through right when I said that. That's
Hello.
Oh no! Who is this?
It's Foamy.
Foamy. Hey, it's Harris Whittles is here.
I didn't know.
No, it's not a character. No. Harris Whittles.
Hi.
Hello,
Hello.
fan
How's it going?
favorite, creator of Humble Brag.
That's right. I don't even have to do this because I created Humble Brag.
Creator of Humble Brag, writer on Parks and Rec, fan favorite of the show. Welcome to the show.
It's been a great 3 years. It's been a real wild ride.
Would you say that you're more popular than ever due to this show?
I'd say the show's more popular than ever due to me.
Huh? No, I mean you reverse that.
Yeah, no. What I said.
How are you doing, buddy? It's so great to see you.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm getting a little fat again. Underwear band starting to fold over.
You were just on a sitcom.
A sit-down comedy.
And you lost a lot of weight for it.
Yeah, I did. I trained pretty hard, aka just didn't eat Jack in the Box at 3 a.m. in my bed every night. Still most nights, but just not every one of them.
Everything in moderation.
And by the way, do you know Chupacabra over here?
Oh, Cuckoo.
It's great to meet you.
Does Cuckoo mean how do you do?
It's whatever you want it to mean.
Oh, okay.
I actually was in a rap battle with him like a year ago.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember that.
coincidentally.
And do you know Zach?
I'm such a fan.
Oh, thanks.
And this is Annie from St. Vincent.
Such a fan.
Wait,
Thank you.
You don't
I
say
am.
it twice.
I'm being genuine.
What about the before? Was it? Oh,
That was a pleasantry.
Oh, okay.
This
It was a pleasantry.
Harris, you come on the show, and you've been a great friend of the show. You've come on several times, and describe what it is you do.
Well, okay, so I write jokes in my phone with the intention of doing them as stand-up, and these are the ones that don't make it to the stage because they're too bad.
So you write jokes on your phone.
Yeah.
And we used to have a feature on the show called Harris's Phone Corner.
Right.
And then it somehow transformed into Harris's Foam Corner. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. How did that happen?
Like someone misheard someone.
And thought it was Foam Corner.
Yeah.
And
A
then
classic game of telephone.
Telefoam.
Telephone.
And it's been called Foam Corner ever since.
Ever since.
And these are terrible jokes that you write.
Well, I think they're good. You think they're terrible. And everyone else thinks they're terrible.
But you have to love what you do.
Yeah, you believe in it?
Yeah. You know?
So are we ready to do this? Do you want to do this?
I'd love to do some fun.
Okay, let's
This is like-
hear the theme song. This is Reggie Watts doing the Harris's Foam Corner theme song.
Thanks for coming out, Reggie.
Harrison's Phone Corner. Yeah, come on. Harrison's Phone Corner. What? Yo, come on. Harrison's phone on the phone. Give the phone. It's a phone corner.
All right, thank you, Reggie Watts, by the way, for that theme. Harris, you are ready to go into Harris's Foam Corner.
Let's get right into it.
Does anyone want to judge these? Should we, let's do a thumbs up or thumbs down system after each one of these jokes.
Nobody can hear that.
Yeah, just do a laugh.
I
or
do
no
have a
laugh.
noisy thumb, though.
What? What are you up to with that thumb? Why is it so noisy?
This has been noisy for the last few years.
A couple of loose joints?
Noisy. They call me dirty knees or noisy thumb.
Are your knees very dirty?
Yeah, well, it's just an expression. What was your name again?
Chupacabra.
That's very hard to say.
All right, Harris, hit us with it. What do you got?
I've decided that I'm not going to get married until gay people can get married, because I'm gay.
I like that. I give that a thumbs up. How's your creak? Others?
Yeah, that one, for some reason, it's not making a noise today. Huh. That one worked.
That one worked, Annie?
That's great.
What do you got?
No, yeah.
Thumbs
all
up,
the way.
definitely.
All right.
Shupa? How do you say thumbs up in your native tongue?
Dedos arriba. That's not that just fingers in the air.
So that
Like
There's
you
nothing
just don't
specific.
care.
that got great response.
Yeah. So should we stop?
We've never had an edition of Harris's Foam Corner where you didn't have at least 8 terrible ones.
Oh, okay. Here it goes.
Okay.
I want to open a Jamaican, Irish, Spanish, small plate breakfast restaurant and call it Tapas the Morning to Ja.
Oh.
That got an audible. Oh! Annie, what do you got?
She held out her hand as in, like, why? Like,
why would you?
Yeah. Like she was an English village woman and I pillaged her land. And she's like, why? That's the look she just gave me.
Should we go to Annie? How do you like to vote? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I just two thumbs, just two hands out.
Just two palms stretched forward up to the heavens.
All right.
Zach, what do you got?
Oh, better than the first one.
You liked it better!
They keep improving.
Chupa?
I really like that.
Oh, the baby is here! Why didn't you like that?
I really understand.
Well, you have to grow up a little bit before you can understand humor. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't even breakfast by myself. I need a tiny plastic spoon.
Well, most people eat breakfast with a spoon of some sort. You shouldn't worry about having to put a spoon in your mouth.
It's easier when it's on airplane.
Oh, okay, I understand. All right, Harris, you're at I don't know, you're not 50-50. I think you're at about like 75-25.
All right.
About half of us like that one.
Great to good. All right. Here's next dosage. I think that instead of them trying to desalinize the ocean, they should just add pepper. Instead of trying to desalinize the ocean, they should just add pepper.
All right, let's go around the room. Chupa?
Shouldn't this segment be called Harris's Twitter drafts?
Things that don't make it to Twitter. These have not made it to Twitter, right?
That is correct.
These are deemed not good enough for Twitter.
Well, it's just like the movie Synecdoche, New York. Too many characters.
Oh.
That is the best joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Zach, what do you think of that one?
Of the Synecdoche thing. Let's ignore the joke and go right to the commentary.
I think the joke on it just by itself is pretty strong.
Man.
I think maybe, I don't know if you want to maybe open with that or end close with it.
Or do stand-up ever again.
Just bookend it.
Zach, I feel like you may be leading Harris down the wrong path. You're trying to sabotage his career.
I know what humor's like, Scott.
Annie, what do you got?
Yeah, I would stand behind that one.
Yeah. Which one? The Synecdoche?
Yes, Synecdoche. Although I thought that movie was maybe just too long.
Not too many characters. That was not the problem.
Yeah, not too many characters.
No, not too many characters.
I thought that maybe that movie was too truthful.
It revealed too much about the human condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Who is that? Is that a David Mamet thing?
No, that's Charlie Kaufman. Wrote and directed.
Oh, sorry.
You should see it.
Kaufman.
It's interesting. All right, Harris.
I went to Jack in the Box that was open 24 hours, and I got there on the 26th hour, and it was closed. It was because it's only open. I don't know how to phrase that. I don't know how to phrase that. But Zach, you know what I'm going for.
Yeah. I'd use somebody besides Jack in the Box. Because they actually are open 26 hours. So that could confuse people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what Caro's is? Do you know what Caro's is?
Caro's, Denny's,
or
also
Marie
open.
Callender's.
I'd love to use a Marie Callender's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
all right, we'll do it.
That's a little pro tip from Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very successful comedian who's toured stadiums. Have you done stadiums?
What? No, I haven't.
Not one stadium?
What about when you did that whole show in that red leather outfit?
That was Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
What about when you did Madison Square Garden in the round? And
I played the Houston Sportatorium once. That holds 32,000 people.
I'm from Houston.
Yeah, it's the Bojangles Biscuits Sportatorium.
Oh, yeah. I know it as Bojangles Biscuits.
The most racist stadium in the country.
More racist than this character. Annie, what did you think of, what do you call that? That's not even a joke. It's foam. What do you think of that foam?
Some are just thoughts.
I'm going to go with Zach. Yeah.
Just confusing that it's Jack in the Box?
Well, no.
She's going with me to Marie Callender.
Yeah.
In my mind, Marie Callender is a building that wears a dress. When I hear Marie Callender, I picture a building in a nice printed long dress.
Huh.
Okay, let's vote on that.
You should, yeah. Foamy, you might want to take that one.
That's pretty abstract. I don't know.
All right, Foamy.
All right. I think it's weird that okay, does anyone genuinely know why, like, at a grocery store they offer a cashback option? Is that just to be nice?
Cashback of what? How does that work again?
You know, you just like you buy food and they go, "Would you like cash?" And then that's like the bank offering you zucchinis.
You know what you got to do is you got to follow it up with you got to be real confident in that delivery.
No, I can't.
And then just go use the word like genius, like oh, way to go, genius.
Way to go, genius.
Yeah.
That's like...
Yeah, who's the Einstein that thought of this thing?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Einstein.
Thanks a lot, Amadeus.
Do you think people said that to Einstein? When people genuinely thanked Einstein, did it sound sarcastic?
Thanks a lot, Einstein.
No, probably not yet.
Oh, for they actually
for that cup of milk that I borrowed.
Yeah, like, hey, thanks, Einstein.
Is that going to make it to Twitter, or does that just stay in the corner?
I don't know if I could get like the tone across on Twitter.
I think you could if you put an exclamation point after it and you were like, "Thanks a lot, comma Einstein."
Yeah. Okay, it's going on Twitter.
All right, let's do it. In fact, tweet that the day this drops.
Okay.
Why don't you just do a video of you saying it, and then people could just click it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
That way the inflection's there.
That's true. That's a lot of effort for people. And
why?
The attention spans these days?
All right. Do you have any more?
This is topical.
Oh, good.
Well, really topical about Earwolf.
Okay.
Because, you know, Jeff from Earwolf just had a baby.
Sure.
And then named the baby Arden. Mm-hmm. Do you think before that happened, there was like well, what about this song? Let's name her Arden in here.
Oh.
Do you think they said that? I guess I'm asking if they actually said that.
Oh, I got it.
Let's name her Arden in here.
And they were in a room when they said this?
Yeah.
I didn't know we could come on and just read bad jokes.
Why, do you have some, Zach?
Maybe.
Let's do it.
But I usually just go on stage.
Zach's Phone Corner.
I've always wanted to open have a Greek sitcom called Olive Lucy.
That belongs in the corner.
Yeah.
You think Zach is infringing on your phone corner?
Sorry,
I invite it. Mm-hmm. It's like capitalism. It keeps business good when you have competition.
Competition. Annie, what did you think of that one?
Wait, a couple jokes back. Wait, which?
Yeah, well, we got the Olive Lucy.
Yeah, no, that's a clear winner.
You seem to be very. You were almost dismayed when I said let's name her Arden in here.
Yeah, no, it was.
You seemed unhappy.
No, I just had a very visceral, sort of painful reaction to it.
That's not to mean that you're unhappy with it.
Yeah, which does, yeah. I enjoyed it.
But I'm just trying to get a reaction. That's all I'm trying to
I'm surprised how fast you guys got that. That took me a while to...
Well, it was stumbled through for like a whole minute. Like I didn't even get it out right.
Mm-hmm. Let me just be clear that I know the punchline. The reason that's humorous is because you're let's get retarded in here.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Or get it started in here, which is the remake.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you thought it was?
Well, I was thinking let's get it started in here because I only buy the clean versions of the CDs.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Here?
That must be trouble for you when you're buying hip-hop CDs. Just...
Oh, yeah. What is it? Yeah, no. If there's that parental guidance sticker.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, you don't want that in your house.
Absolutely not.
Remember the days when they would bleep out the song, the lyrics in the songs? Now they just like take the actual lyric out. But the days where it was just like you couldn't listen to an NWA record without hearing.
They kind of do the scratch it thing. It'll be like, let's get Smurch in here, which I like more.
Yeah,
it's hard to sing.
Wait, they don't say retarded on the radio?
Well, that song, if I may talk about the history of it, it started out on the record as "Let's Get Retarded in Here," and then the NBA wanted to buy it and use it as a theme song, so they re-recorded it.
There are so many retarded NBA players that they...
You think it would have just fit right in? So they changed it to "Let's Get It Started in Here."
Are you still touring the country explaining that song?
It's my one-man show. I dress up like Mark Twain, and I explain that song.
One-man show, one-man audience.
All right, Harris, do you have any more? Do you have one final one?
I'll close it out with...
And then let's get ready with that theme for Harris's phone
This
corner.
isn't even really a joke, but...
You could have said that before all of these, by the way.
This isn't even an attempt at a joke. I just want to talk to you, Scott. I'm pretty sad today.
Oh, well, why is that, Harris? I hate to hear that.
Well, I had my first unenjoyable Gautier listening session. I knew it was coming, but I don't know. Now it's just somebody that I used to know that I used to know.
Harrison's phone corner. Yeah, come on. Harrison's phone corner. What? Yo, come on. Harrison's phone on the phone. Get the phone. It's a phone corner.
I think it's best we just move on and don't even address that.
Number 8.
Oh, boy. Terrible jokes.
She was scarred for life.
She was a trooper listening to those. Paul, what time is it, do you think?
I think it's time for another
bonus clip.
Brow.
The remix. Got to get Casey Wilson to sing over it. All right, this bonus clip is another a short little funny moment that happened. This is from episode 146 earlier in the year.
Now, this is going to be a few weeks before the anniversary episode.
Sure. Now all of a sudden you're on top of your math.
Yeah.
It's about 10 weeks before, I would say. This is, we had a friend of the show, Ben Schwartz, was on the show.
Ben Schwartz?
Yes. You know Ben from Parks and Recreation, where he plays Jean Ralphio. He's so funny on that. He also has his own TV show on Showtime, of which I do not remember the name. House of Pies.
House of Pies.
House of Pies.
That's right. Takes place here in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And he was on the show along with Reggie Watts, who is my sidekick and musical compatriot from the TV show.
Band leader and band.
On the Comedy Bang Bang TV show. Mm-hmm. Both of them are on the show, and at this point, we also had, speaking of St. Vincent, we have great musical guests on the show all year. We had so many great musical guests. We had Loudon Wainwright III, we had Graham Parker, but in this instance, Bjork was on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And Bjork and Ben Schwartz did not get along.
They sure didn't.
No, she did not like him.
No. But I wonder if her dislike is rooted in something that's very unsavory.
Yeah, perhaps something anti-Semitic a little bit.
Well, I didn't want to say.
Yeah, but this is Bjork, and a little clip from our episode 146. Let's hear it now. Bonus clip. Bjork, what else is going on in the news? Anything going on?
Yes. Why would you ask Bjork what's going on in the news?
I don't know.
You have two Americans next to you, and one person that's wearing a uniform made of bees and sang a song about fingering her own pussy.
What's going on?
I would like to thank Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about her?
Yeah, she just recently got married, then looked for some crack on her honeymoon.
Yes. I would like to thank her for being even crazier than I am.
Come on.
So I'm not the craziest woman in music.
I thought you wanted that distinction to be the crazy.
I want to be weird, not crazy.
Oh, okay.
I just want to ask Bjork two questions. Ready? Just two quick questions.
Okay, two off the top. This is a segment called Two Off the Top.
It's called Two Off the Top with Ben Schwartz. Anytime on the show, Two Off the Top.
Two off the top with Ben Schwartz.
As long as I get to confrontation corner.
No. I've done that enough with you, Bjork. All right, ready? This is what it is. You go into a deli, Bjork. Okay, you go into a deli, and it has all the things that a deli has.
Oh, Jews.
No, not Jews. I mean, this one does. You got lucky. You're at a Jewish
not a real deli.
All right, it is. Fine. There's Jewish people, and they're all eating chamintash, and they look like rabbis.
Lux, yes.
Just, am I allowed to do my two? What is this called?
Two off the top.
Two off the top. You go in there, and the guy goes, hey, I guess he's Jewish. He goes, hey, what would you like? What sandwich does Bjork get at a Jewish deli?
Pulled Bjork.
Pulled Bjork?
I'll go on to my next question, I guess. You're not taking this seriously, Bjork. My next question is as follows. What an asshole.
You've never tried
No, it's not real. You just tried to do a pun on pork, and it was the worst thing I've ever heard, Bjork. You son of a...
They should really rescind your...
Two off the top. Number two. Reggie, give me number two.
Rescind your improv card. Bonus clip. Ah, yes, pulled Bjork. Pulled Bjork sandwich.
It really happened.
Yeah, it really did.
So in case you didn't hear it the first time, now you have heard it.
You've heard us say it.
You had a chance. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, we're still counting them down, and let's follow up that bonus clip with number 7. What do you say?
No, I agree.
This is number 7.
Number 7.
All right, Paul. Number 7. This is from episode 162.
162. So this is going to be 10 weeks after the anniversary show.
No, this is approximately 6 after that.
No, I don't understand.
And this is an episode called Best Bro Hang.
Yes.
Best Bro Hang.
Now, this is an unusual episode.
Yes.
Because you'll have a guest of some prominence, of some note.
This particular episode has Andy Samberg from Saturday Night Live. He had just left the program at this point.
That's right. He's an SNL alumnus. Alumnus?
Yes, of course. A Lonely Island star. Everyone has their records and has watched their videos on YouTube.
Absolutely. And usually you have a star of his magnitude, and then some weirdo will show up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In this case, a weirdo did show up.
Yes.
Named Bro, who was on last year's episode with Andy Samberg.
Yes.
Who was my weed dealer.
Yes. But then something happens.
Something happens with Bro where it actually... Look, let's drop the pretense here for a second.
Let's drop the pretense about dropping the pretense.
Adam Pally is an actor and a comedian. He's on a show, Happy Endings, on ABC, one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
And he does the Bro character.
Yes.
At this point in this in this episode, he barely does the Bro character, and in fact slips out of it and becomes Adam Pally several times.
Yes, this is some of the laziest character work you're ever going to see.
I don't know how it got on our top 10, but
I think it's the sheer goodwill of the 3 people involved in a fun conversation.
We all had a really good time in this episode.
It's so enjoyable. You can just about overlook the extremely lazy character work that Adam Pally is doing.
I hope you'll overlook it here because this is episode number 7 with Best Bro Hang. Here we go.
Number 7.
Andy, talk about your secret pain. Go.
So much of it, just crying and sad.
Yeah, sad stuff.
Just why?
Yeah, sad stuff, man.
What's the saddest thing that ever happened to you?
Ooh, I got an answer for me locked and loaded, so as soon as...
Do you want me to go to Bro first?
Yeah, have Bro answer
first. All right, Bro, go ahead.
Well, I had this dream to open up what would be like a bro's paradise.
Yeah.
It would be this large warehouse space with different places, one where you could sit and toke and get high, and then there's another corner where you could sit and watch a movie linked up to a record or something, and then another corner where it would be all farm to plate food, and then another corner. I guess there's too many corners. There's a lot of corners.
You've only said 3 corners. Unless it's a pyramid, you are owed one more.
Yeah. There would be a 4th corner that would be just a drawing, where you could experiment with art and stuff. And I wanted to kind of build this out, and I wanted to do it in Dubai, but it never worked out.
Is it a business or it's just a hang
It's a business,
place,
yeah. It's a business.
What do you sell? The farm food?
Well, yeah, to people who are hungry, or you could come if you're on a journey, and if you're
what went wrong with the business end of things? Who are you talking to about making it?
I think that's what went wrong, is that I never really did anything
Didn't
for
reach
it.
out,
at all.
Why Dubai if you made no plans at all? Was just Dubai in your head?
It's a pipe dream. It's I just thought that Dubai, they have a lot of...
Pipe dream, get it? I do know that sometimes people smoke weed through a pipe.
Well, that's why that's technically very funny.
I appreciate you saying that.
I'd forget it.
That's okay. So it made you sad, though. And do you remember your lowest point?
It's now.
Really? So this just happened to you?
Well, I'm telling you guys what's...
It was since Mission Impossible 4 you started having this dream.
Mm-hmm. And then when Goats Protocol came out...
Wait, did you say Goats Protocol?
Yeah.
It was
Mission Impossible 5 Goats Protocol.
It was Ghost Protocol, and it was number 4, by the way.
He said number 5. That's a different one. It's about goats.
Is that coming up?
Andy.
Insider info.
Yeah. Sorry,
Someone's
no
not checking Nikki Fink.
Mm-hmm. Hey, told ya.
Told ya.
This thing's coming out, and it will be a red hot trailer when they do post it.
Oh yeah.
Advisory.
Advisory.
Is Tom Cruise in a goat?
Following protocol.
All right, Andy, you don't
You
have
can
to.
edit bits out of this, right?
Oh, of course, if we ever had need to, but we never do.
Yeah.
Andy, you have another movie in the can with Rashida.
In the can.
And it's a big dramatic movie. You had a crying scene and everything, right?
Have you seen it?
No, you were telling me about it.
Oh, there's a little bit of upsetness in the film, yeah. She's,
Real tears?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really crying about like something I was sad about in real life, but
Right.
but they're.
Did you work the tears up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good for you. Good for you.
I don't think I really roll any in the movie, but she certainly does.
Mm-hmm.
She rolls tears.
She rolls them. That's what I call it. I actually, every other take, I would actually roll one. I go, I rolled one! And they'd be like, yeah, we're not going to use it.
Nice.
Ugh.
Way to keep the emotional vibe going.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if your face was just crazy while you were trying to roll tears, and that's why they weren't using it? Please stop. You're just...
They had to cut out every crying scene with Andy because he looked like he was puking.
I'm so sad! Wow!
And then he would have this weird, effeminate scream about how sad he was.
Please, you don't have to keep talking about how sad you are in the movie.
But I am!
Just say the lines, Andy. Just say... It never says I'm so sad.
No, but yes, it's coming out in August. Scott, thank you
What
for
is it
asking.
called?
It's called Celeste and Jesse Forever.
Plug it.
It's a Sundance film that got picked up by Sony Pictures Classics, and it's going to get released.
I love Sony Pictures
Sony
Classics.
Pictures Classics.
Don't ya?
Love them.
Favorite Sony Pictures Classics movie? Go.
Oh, they have so many classics. It's hard to choose, but
Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Has that gone over into the Sony Pictures Classics?
I'm pretty
banner?
sure. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah. Battle of Shaker Heights.
There you go.
That's a great one. Project Greenlight movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you love Greenlight.
Yeah, that's where LaBouffe became LaBouffe.
That's right.
What do you think about Dice being in Woody Allen's new movie?
Dice Man.
Dice Clay?
Dice Clay.
I think it's a
I
homecoming.
hadn't even heard about that.
Yeah. I
That's
think it's a homecoming of sorts.
That's a total told you that Nikki Fink.
Yeah. Let's pull up. You know what? Let's pull up Nikki Fink right now. Take a look.
Let's read everything
Let's
that she
take a
talks
look
about.
at the trades.
Scroll through.
Let's take a look at the trades.
No, yeah, Dice and Louis C.K. in his next movie.
CK, I get. Dice, I mean, I love it. That's great.
I mean, Woody definitely saw his performance on Entourage. And
I was just
like,
going to say, he was pretty good.
Get
on
me the
Entourage.
guy from the voice from Bananas.
Johnny Bananas.
Johnny Bananas.
Woody loves Entourage.
Loves.
He'll sit there with, who's he married to now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are both really good at Woody impressions.
Oh, yeah.
That's his catchphase?
That's the Entourage song. Oh, yeah. That's him watching it. Oh, yeah.
That is the worst. I can't believe it took me that long to figure it out, too. I feel humiliated.
That's a great impression. Woody Allen watching Entourage.
I like Woody Allen on Entourage.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Johnny Drama. I just think you should do the show. I think it would be great for your career.
Guys, guess what? Vince is doing the movie.
Well, what's going on with the Murphy Group?
Fuck. Everyone watched every episode of that.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't like a single one.
Have I ever talked to you, Scott, about my HBO theory about how they shoot sex scenes?
No.
Every sex scene on HBO is reverse cowgirl. Because it's like all flawed male protagonists that are kind of ugly and you don't want to look at them, and hot girls with giant titties. So they're like, let's get this frame where it's like boobs are like up and facing camera and in a little bush and bouncing up and down, and then down in the corner,
barely see someone's head.
Steve Buscemi.
And it is always jarring in those sex scenes when they wipe across, like they pan across, and then you'll see like Paz Della. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll see Buscemi's eyes. And you're like, whoa!
You're like, I imagine he's naked down there. Yeah. No, none of us need to see it. We just need to see her. Clearly, that's why we subscribe to HBO.
They should just have a show where it's just like hot girls like that, just like bouncing up and down, and you know what I mean?
You don't even need a dude in there.
You know what? A show for men.
Okay,
right,
bro.
Scott?
Let's hear about it.
A show for men. Where it was just like chicks bouncing up and down, sports jokes.
Maybe the hosts are drinking beer.
Yeah, this is
perfect.
You know what else there should be is a fucking award show just for the guys.
Yes!
Oh yeah!
Yes!
You should do it.
We should do it.
And we'll hand out, like...
Best bro hang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that would go to us.
We would win
Right
that
now.
in a landslide.
Yeah.
Especially because we're going to run this show.
Yeah,
this
of
fictional
course.
show that doesn't exist.
Number 7.
Great episode. Woody Allen doing Entourage.
That's right. That is one of my favorite things that's ever happened, and it's so enjoyable that I'm so able to overlook the lazy character work of
Just
Adam Pally.
for that extremely great character work.
I feel like I checked into the Overlook Hotel.
Do you want to do some Woody Allen as a fan of Entourage right now? What do you say?
Johnny Drama, I need you to do the lines exactly as I would say them.
Eric, what's going on? The Murphy group. Are you getting back together with, what's her name?
What?
What is her name? I don't remember. Sloan. What's it? This is my favorite Woody Allen type of voice is when he gets real whiny.
Yes,
like that.
exactly. It's the two. He's got two speeds.
Yeah,
it's the really whiny.
He's got this one.
Declarative. I'm just talking about a thing, and then
Annie.
I saw Sloan. Why won't you call her? She's missing you.
I think you guys need to get back together.
Woody Allen giving someone relationship advice.
Yeah, boy. If Woody Allen ever gives you relationship advice, refuse it.
Adopt some children. Go out with them. See if you like them.
I don't know. Come on, I want him to be on the show. So we shouldn't slander.
Yeah, you know what? Good point.
I want him to be a friend of the show. Speaking of friend of the show, let's hear from some friends of the show. Some of our sponsors. What do you say? Let's take one more break.
You fooled me.
We'll be right back after this. Hey everyone, Scott Aukerman here, and I just want to remind you, if you're new to Comedy Bang Bang, if this is the first one you've ever heard, we are on the Earwolf Podcasting Network, and we have several great shows over there you're going to enjoy. We have Paul Scheer from The League. You know him as Andre from The League. He has a show where he and Jason Mantzoukas, Rafi from The League, and June Raphael from NTSF, they all break down bad movies. We have Scolarbro Country, of course, with the Sklar Brothers. We also have a new show, Nerd Poker. Nerd Poker is my good old Mr. Show buddy, Brian Posehn. Him and all of his funny friends play Dungeons and Dragons for their podcast, and it's a continuing saga. That drops on Wednesdays. Plus, from the minds of Owen Burke and Adam McKay from Funny or Die comes the monthly Owen and TJ Read the News. New episode of that just dropped. Owen is joined by cell phone case salesman and aspiring hip-hop artist TJ to bring you the skinny. Rafflecast is back with John Daly. Plus, you can check out the Comedy Bang Bang Nativity Passion Special. Look, I could tell you about all this stuff forever. Just go to earwolf.com and check out some of our great new shows, and I'll see you at the movies. Hey, Comedy Bang Bang, welcome back, and we are counting them down. We've counted down starting at 10 all the way down to 7, and we have one more great clip here.
Ooh.
This is number 6.
Number 6.
That's right, number 6. This is from episode 154, Paul.
154. Okay, so that's going to be
2 weeks before the anniversary.
Before the anniversary.
So what would you?
I thought the anniversary was 152.
That was 156. 52 times 3.
You got me.
Yep. I'm one of the best. You've been had by one of the best.
Yeah. I've also been had by the rest.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you've been had by everyone. Wow.
Yeah.
You're gullible.
I am dumb.
Speaking of dumb, this was a great show. This is an episode called Finger Guns. Finger Guns. And this, all right, let me set the stage here for this episode.
Please.
Several years ago, the first year that...
Back up.
Oh, okay.
You're Scott Aukerman, the host of Comedy Bang
Yes,
Bang.
no, back up.
Oh.
The Big Bang Theory.
When the Earth began to cool.
Yes, of course. Primordial stage. We raised ourselves up from out of the ooze.
That's right. Everybody talked. They said, let's do legs.
Sure. And then, fast forward to podcasts.
That's right.
Smash cut to Comedy Bang Bang is a podcast.
That's right.
And we're in our old studio, and I had an intern. A young intern.
From the old studio?
Yes. No, this particular clip isn't, but I'm just saying that I'm giving the history of the tale.
Ooh, yes.
Back in the old studio, I would have an intern who signed up to be, she was a high school student named Marissa Wampler.
Yes.
She signed up to be my intern on the show.
An intern is someone who works for free.
Yes,
it's short
to learn
for
the business.
Yes, internal slave.
Yes, I didn't know that was what it was short for.
Yeah.
So my intern, basically an intern is supposed to get people coffee, is supposed to sort of, do paperwork for you, make you the star, your life easier.
Yes, you can just say, I need this done, and the intern is supposed to go do it.
Yes, keep your mind focused on the task at hand.
Yes.
This intern, she showed up once. And she got there, said, "Hi, I'm Marissa Wampler," threw on headphones, and immediately when the show started, she just started being my co-host.
Yeah.
She thought that she was the co-host of the show.
That's not what it's about, Marissa Wampler.
It's not. So she's supposed to be here every week.
Yeah.
But instead, she shows up maybe 3 times a year.
Her interning is sloppier than Adam Pally's character work. And that's saying something.
Damn, Adam. Bro, you been had, bro. So this is an episode called Finger Guns where Marissa dropped by, and her life is really interesting. She's a high school student from Marina Del Rey.
That's right.
And this is the first time we ever met her teacher. Yeah,
Listler.
She has a teacher, Miss Listler, a.k.a. just Listler. She wanted to be called Listler.
Yeah, she wanted to be called that.
She insisted upon it because she called me Aukerman.
Right.
So she brought her teacher, and it's a strange story.
It sure is.
The weird relationship between them. By the way, I'll say that after the clip. But so let's listen to it. This is episode 6, your episode 6, Finger Guns on Comedy Bang Bang.
Number 6.
Marissa, we should talk about exactly why you're here, because I think a lot of people maybe have not heard your previous appearances. You were just on one with Andy Richter recently that cracked our top 10. Congratulations,
did it?
By the way.
I don't listen to your podcast, nor do I ever log on to your website.
Well, this is a problem because you are my intern.
I know.
2 years ago,
oh God, the
you
guilt.
signed up to be my intern, which in my mind means every single week that you have to be here getting people water.
You said you weren't Jewish, but you're giving me a lot of that Jewish guilt right now. Happy Passover next year in Jerusalem.
but as far as I know, you've only showed up 4 days.
Yeah, well, I've been busy. I've been really busy. Here's the thing. It was started as a class project, as you know. And then it became a labor.
My show did?
Yes. I signed on. I wrote you a letter, and you said, come on in, and I threw on the cans, and then it became a labor of love, because as I saw, things needed to, this was like a page 1 rewrite type
you
situation.
weren't supposed to be on mic at all, and from the minute
that
one...
wasn't my understanding.
Yeah, you started talking immediately, much the same way you did today.
Did I? Well, I never know. You don't give me like a finger guns like you're on. I just I feel it, and when
maybe one suggestion I could have as from mentor to mentor.
Oh, okay.
Is that you really need to go toe to toe with Marissa, because she's going to bring 100% of her mess to your front door.
Yeah.
So what I suggest,
you gotta have boundaries, like a rescue dog. No, you can say no, Marissa.
Yeah, just slap your nose with a rolled up newspaper.
One thing I like to do is I go to. Are you all right?
I hit my cans and they actually bent my ear back.
Oh,
really
all
hurt.
right?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm all right.
That's all cartilage.
All right.
Do we need you to leave?
No, I'm okay. No, I'm okay, Scott.
One thing, Mr. Aukerman, I would suggest is that you might just show up.
Me Scott,
show up at her door. Knock, knock, knock. 3 a.m. Hello, I'm Aukerman, and.
Why would
he do that?
Why would I do that?
Why would he do that?
Is that what you do? Is that what you're trying to say?
I have unorthodox measures in order to really reach a child. And
teaching doesn't have to take a break. It doesn't have to be done.
It never takes a break.
You know what I mean? There can be teachable
concerned.
Moments at 3 in the morning.
And 2 years ago, you signed up for something, didn't you? When you took on an intern.
I did. That said, I don't think it's my purview to go show up to Jessica's house to record the shows. I think
it's not a bad idea. No. You know that my condo has those walls because we're very by the airport, so we have those window
like an
panes.
Elizabeth Smart situation.
John Wayne Airport.
We gotta.
You could show up at her window with a full beard on and say, I'm stealing you away to my cabin. And then when you get her to the studio, you say, surprise, I'm your mentor. What lessons did we learn?
Okay. I mean, you're right. That is unorthodox. But that's worked for you then.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys have some sort of, dare I say, symbiotic relationship?
Yeah,
or
like a parasitic. It's like You know, in Africa, those what are those animals? The wildebeest, and they have tiny birds that live on top of them, and they eat off their skin.
I would say it's more like the bottom of a dirty pond and a catfish.
Who's the catfish, Miss
And who's
Whistler?
the dirty pond?
Exactly.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Was that a haiku? I'm going to write that down.
Write that down.
I'm writing that
not
down.
on this
Not
paper.
on this. Oh,
yeah,
God.
not on that, yeah.
Write it
Okay,
on
I'm
this
writing it
paper.
down.
Yeah.
I'll give you a post-it.
I'm going to publish this in Folio, my literary magazine that I'm also the editor-in-chief of.
So now, Charlotte, and I can call you Charlotte? Is
I
that all
prefer
right?
Miss Listler.
Miss Listler.
Or just Listler, as I've called you Aukerman.
That seems strange to me, but I'll try to do it. So Listler.
Yes.
It seems like I'm teaching PE class or something, and I'm asking you to get on the high bars.
When I was in the Marine Corps, that's what they called me, so I'm very comfortable with that.
That explains a lot. Okay, so Listler, let me ask you: you're the teacher of the STARS program or the GATE program, I think we called it, Gifted and Talented Education, where
Sure.
I was from, which is not that far away from Marina Del Rey. So I'm surprised that you call it something so different.
It's a program.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cypress, California. Just
Really?
just right down the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have pegged you for like to be from like a Boston whaling family.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is really
maybe an
changing things for me.
ex-Quaker.
Yeah, like an ex-Quaker. Doesn't he have that look to him?
I do see you riding the back of an old whale one day.
Yeah.
I see that deep in you.
But okay, so you're the teacher of special students. How many special students are there?
We have 3.
Only 3 in the
Only
entire
3
pub.
tested. We tested the whole school. It's a pretty dumb school.
Me,
creatively speaking.
me, Rodney, and Eric Gutterman.
So Gutterman's in there as well.
Yeah, he is.
And these are special students.
Yes.
Meaning
they've not traditionally done well in a regular school setting.
No.
Okay.
In fact, some of us have done very poorly.
So I'm getting
grade-wise.
Getting kind of the idea here. You're in a special school.
No, don't say it like that.
It's a public facility.
But you're in a special class where you're away from the rest of the students who might cause distractions to you.
Exactly. Well, I have ADD. Rodney wears trench coats. He won't take them off. He wears several trench coats at once.
Oh, so does he have a base one that he wears in the shower
Yes,
and then
he's
he
a bit,
puts
exactly.
several on
We've
over
never
it?
seen his skin.
Okay.
He's like one of those ghost fish you find in caves. You know that you can see their
We're
veins
all
and
just
stuff.
like fish.
Yeah.
Different kinds of fish.
And then Eric Gutterman, you know him, old gutters.
Old gutter balls,
Old
huh?
gutter balls is always trying to stick it in somebody.
Oh,
It'll probably
boy.
be me.
Oh, dear.
I won't let him. Don't worry.
We'll talk about your prom plans
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's
I want to
exciting.
get a sense of your teaching style. So do you have these 3 children all day, or are...
It used to be they were only coming to me for a 60-minute session between social studies or algebra, whatever. And then I requested that they come to me full day, just once a week, so that I could really get in there with some project-based learning. And then that wasn't really successful, so I asked for them full-time.
Okay.
5 days a week.
And they were happy to give us up.
They were, certainly.
There wasn't a fight, right?
Yeah. What was
Within the administration.
How
None
long
at
ago
all.
did this happen? Was this...
About 6 months
About
ago.
6 months ago.
Because
Yeah.
I remember you were quite a handful when I first got to know
Was
you.
I? What was your first impression of me?
Well, you were a
Star
young,
talent,
precocious
raw.
15-year-old a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just, you were mouthy, if I can say that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Not a real respect for authority.
No, exactly. In fact, you were challenging me quite often.
Yeah,
and
that only got worse. That has only gotten worse in Lister's class, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Well, you're a strong, independent woman, and maybe you shouldn't apologize for that.
Ew. See what I mean? I told you he has a thing for me. You feel it, right?
Please, no.
You
I wouldn't
feel
worry
that?
about that.
I know the last time that you were on, we got very dirty.
Yeah,
and we,
it got weird.
that was mainly Andy Richter. That was not me.
And then with Todd Glass, it got even weirder.
Oh, that's right. Todd was here the last time.
Was
Yes.
it reverse advanced weirdness?
Yeah, reversed advanced weirdness.
We can't blame it on Todd, as we all know, if we regular WTF listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I think I had something to do with his coming out.
You think so?
Yes.
That it gave him the
Yes,
courage,
it gave
or
him the courage
it made him realize?
to be being in the
Careful,
presence
Marissa.
of me.
One of the things that we've been working on with Marissa, twofold,
is not being so awesome.
not exaggerating stories, not taking credit for great events.
Like what? What kind of great events?
She's taking credit right now for the new HBO show Girls.
Oh, in what way? How would you even be tangentially related to that?
Well, I think a lot of people were inspired by me on this podcast to really let it all hang out the way Lena Dunham has.
So you're saying that Lena Dunham has listened to the podcast, heard you speaking, and said, hey, there's kind of the voice that I want to channel for this show.
Yeah, I'm not going to sue her for it.
Yeah.
But... You know, I'm not going to not talk about it to the press.
But that's not true.
So,
Marissa.
do you?
We've talked about this.
Do you think that? And what press are you talking about to?
Mostly to the Marina Del Rey Daily Dolphin.
Oh yeah. So what?
They've done a couple profiles of me.
Do you find that any TV show that
I've written most of them.
Do you find that any TV show that has female relationships on it that you think it's based on your life? Like
Sex
I know
and the City.
Sex and the City. I know there's this new show, Best Friends Forever. I think.
Oh God.
That
those girls are ripping me off every day.
You think so?
Because I also have a blog.
A weblog.
Yeah, a weblog.
Well, I haven't, Marissa. I haven't uploaded that though. We haven't
gone viral with that?
Well, my computer doesn't hook up to the intranet, so I haven't uploaded.
Well, we got
to
talk to somebody about that. Where have all my tweets and my blogs been going?
Well, I've asked your stepfather Seth to come over several times, but he's ignoring every call.
What about Gutterballs? How come he can't go in there? And does he know anything about computers?
Useless. He's useless.
Yeah,
we have connection at the school, but I let her do her blogging at my house.
Well, what happened to WampUpTheJams.com? Is that still happening?
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. So that was in the works, okay? And then I announced it on your show, prematurely, I might add.
Oh, you couldn't handle the traffic.
No. Well, people started to freak out. And I thought to myself, now I knew you were moving to this nice studio, which for the listeners, they can't see it, but you used to record in a room that smelled like an old submarine sandwich, right? Now you're at this cushy
You could have just ended on Old Submarine. It would have been accurate.
That also would have worked. So I heard, okay, Comedy Bang, he's getting new songs and he's moving to this new fancy studio, and I didn't want to, honestly, I felt like if I launched my show, I was going to steal most, if not all, of your audience. And I was worried for you. I worry about you at night.
Okay, see now
that is true though.
You're a grown man.
Where the weirdness
that
is
is
coming
not
from.
a hyperbole.
I worry about you, and I journal about it, and I worry about
We spend a lot of time on Aukerman.
Yeah,
that is what's weird. See, you say that it's coming from my end. I can honestly say I have not thought of you.
It's not sexual.
I worry though that you're putting too much stock in a relationship, which in my mind is facile at best. I have not given you one single thought.
Listen to me.
Except for when you're in the top 10.
You have been trying to impress me with your big words. You used the word facile just recently. You used another big word earlier. Did you write that down?
I didn't.
Well, anyway.
Aren't you supposed to be writing down every big word that she doesn't know? Do you have a code for that? Some sort of flag?
Yeah, I give her finger guns.
Write it down. You and the finger guns.
Yeah, right.
I wondered. I thought that was really strange.
You guys
that you were
can't
giving
see this. I'm giving finger guns to my cans right now.
What are you asking them to do?
I don't know. Just turn
Stop
it
bending
up.
your ear back.
Turn it up.
Oh boy. So you have them for 5 days a week, all day. And what kind of classes do you teach? I mean, do you cover every?
We don't use the word class, first of all.
Oh, okay.
Every subject, every medium.
You say a lot of art therapy, or
it's not there. We're not like dogs that need to be like.
Do you give dogs art therapy? Is that how you rehabilitate your dogs?
That is something that we did do.
That's what you did to Thorny.
Yep. And
who's Thorny?
That was her dog that died.
A French bulldog that died.
What happened?
She died of a broken heart.
Seth punched him in the face.
What? Which is true, if not both?
Miss Lissler,
What's the truth?
Miss Lissler.
What's the truth?
That's something you
was
came
that
up with.
dog already dead when he came to me, and then Seth punched him in the face, or did he still have a breath of life in him?
Here's the thing.
And then he punched that dog dead.
Miss Lissler asked my stepdad out.
Okay, I wondered.
Yes, and he said no because he's very much in love with my mother.
Right.
And she has had a lot of problems with it going forward.
So how does punching a dog in the face tie into that?
It didn't happen. That's the point.
Marissa?
I'm going to yes and you because I have to, because I care about
that's
you.
Right. You take improv classes at your school.
Yeah,
Are these taught by Lissler here?
I teach them.
Sorry.
Oh, my God. I'm so
1 hour
angry.
a week, I give the floor to Marissa, and she takes over.
Okay. Yeah,
sometimes it's improv, sometimes it's bossing people around.
So I want to hear more about this. First of all, when did you meet Seth? Was this in a parent-teacher conference of some sort? Or
Well, again, I said 6 months ago I only have 3 students.
Yeah,
I made a call. Seth answered. I heard his voice, dulcet tones, even though they're not related.
Yeah. Does he have a voice a lot like Marissa's, or I don't know how that would be possible since he's a stepfather?
He doesn't have as much of a volume control issue, but he does.
Is he always loud, or
he's a very loud man? Yeah, he's got a lot of body, so it fills up. A
lot of body to his voice.
No, to his physical self.
Oh, okay.
He's a large man.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has more body than the normal person.
That's right. And his voice fills up and echoes in the canyons of his body.
Isn't that interesting how a person could be really large or overweight, and it makes their voice bigger, too?
Yeah. That's right.
Isn't that strange?
It's not. It's physics.
Really, because they have more airflow, because when they use their voice, they sort of press down on their sides, and it's sort of like a
windbag. It forces it out.
Yeah.
That's why Patti LuPone has such a thick voice.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's a thick woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We spent 3 weeks just watching YouTube videos of Patti LuPone. That was one of our quote-unquote classes.
Yeah, that's why Bernadette Peters is such a tinny, high voice.
She's a tiny woman.
She's a tiny bird-like woman.
Large bosom, though. So how does that factor into it? I'm sorry to say that.
This is the second time we've talked about a woman's. That's how you size a woman up. That's how you size a woman up.
I can tend to tell how old a woman is. It's a lot like the rings on a tree is by how big her boobs are.
Cut open her tit.
And count the rings.
Is that right? That's what they did in Afghanistan.
That's what they did in American Psycho. He fried them up in a pan.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
That's terrible.
Is that not on your reading curriculum this year?
I don't listen to anything scary or watch anything scary.
What about read? Because we're talking about books.
What about read?
Reading.
Oh, I thought you meant like read, like someone like
Reed Richards,
Reed
Mr.
Richards.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get so Seth. You called up Seth, and
I called him up. That's how we met. And then I went over there to meet the family so that I could get a background on Marissa, understand the family dynamic, and I ended up spending the night there.
That's a little odd.
It was odd.
In whose room?
Oh, on the couch.
On the couch. Okay, that's okay.
There was a dinner, a meatloaf that just put me right to sleep right after when Wheel of Fortune also gives me the Z's.
So you were falling asleep around 7:45 or so?
Yep. And we didn't want to wake her up.
Well, a teacher's life can be exhausting.
Yeah,
you got to get up early, grade those papers. Do you grade papers? Do you ever?
We don't ever write anything down.
There's no real papering.
Okay. So, there
are grades. I think about grades. Sometimes I'll just sit in the corner and think about what grade I'm going to give each student for weeks at a time.
Oh, does that ever come into play? Ever? Do you ever actually give those grades?
Yes, of course. I have to legally.
Huh. Okay. So you ended up falling asleep, and did anything happen that night between you and Seth, or was there just a lot of in your mind what occurred that night?
Well, about 2:45, I woke up.
You had to use the bathroom.
That's right. I also sometimes I get a bologna craving at about 2:45, which will wake me up. This is back from the war.
I'm sorry?
What war were you in?
The Afghanistan war.
Oh, okay, yeah. So in Afghanistan, you would have a lot of bologna cravings.
Right. Well, we would only sleep in several hour increments. So if I go to bed at 7:45, I wake up about 2:45. That makes sense, right?
Sure. I think so.
So I go into the
about
kitchen.
7 hours later. You would only sleep in 7-hour increments?
That's right.
How many of these increments would you get a day?
1.
Okay.
So that's just more like getting a 7-hour. That's like a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
But I had about 7 last night, and I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
But at any point in the day, that's why I'm calling it increments.
I see. Okay.
Sometimes it starts at 1 in the afternoon, some at 7:45 in the PM.
So at any time during the day,
I walked into the kitchen, and he was
drop.
pantsless.
Oh.
And I said, "Excuse me, turn around."
Turn around. Which way was he facing?
He was looking into the refrigerator.
And so you wanted him to turn around to face you?
To see what I was dealing with.
Why were you dealing with it?
This is so embarrassing.
What do you mean, why was I dealing with it? I'm a woman.
Yeah, okay. So you just wanted to kind of size it up.
It was obviously an offering, an offering like in church. You put what you're giving, your 10%, into the plate
your tithe.
and pass it over.
Yeah. So what 10% did you want to put into that plate?
I can't believe this is happening.
I wasn't putting anything into the plate. I was waiting for the offering to come to me.
I see.
And he wouldn't turn around.
Because he didn't mean to show you anything.
Well, then why was he pantsless in the kitchen?
Why were you sleeping on my sofa at 7:45 in the morning?
Because your mother made meatloaf.
And maybe Seth didn't know that you were there?
I don't think Seth knew, honestly.
He was at dinner. He was there.
He was at dinner, but then
I fell asleep with my head on his lap.
Did he disappear into the basement working on his model trains or something?
He went up to his office. It's a very small condo. I don't think he assumed you were staying over. Nobody did. That's the point. When I woke up in the morning and you were still there, that was a shock to me.
Why? Now, if you only sleep 7 hours a night, what happened at 2:45? Why did you stick around? Were you
I
awake
went back and I laid down on the couch, but I didn't sleep.
Okay. For another 4
I thought
or
about
5 hours?
what grade I was going to give Marissa.
That's a little strange to be thinking about grades after you're refused by a man, by Marissa's
If he doesn't
stepfather.
say anything, is it technically a refusal?
He didn't say anything. He just stayed there.
Frozen.
He waited for an hour and a half until I went back.
Why were you standing there for an hour and a half? That's really weird.
I said turn around. When I tell someone to do something, Marissa, I wait for it to happen.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. So you gave an order. The order was not complied with.
So I laid back down on the pleather couch.
Okay.
And I thought about her grade. And then
what grade did you decide?
B plus.
B plus. Oh.
And then at 5:45, we got up and went to school.
So 5 hours later, you just sat there, eyes open.
And she's been yapping about it ever since.
I don't. You're the one.
You're the one who brings it up.
You brought it up.
You brought it up.
Oh boy. So what?
Do you want me as your mother?
What?
Wow.
What? Because if that is what is happening, then keep bringing it up.
Wait, you're threatening her that if she keeps bringing it up...
I don't know what she's saying. Honestly, this was a mistake to bring you here. That's clear. I didn't need all of this dirty laundry
I don't think it's a mistake. I think this is fascinating. I'm getting kind of a real insight into exactly what is going on with you, Marissa.
That is hurtful.
This is an unreliable narrator.
In 6 months, you have become a rose that has opened and petals have fallen off, and I pick up those petals and I glue them back on.
Like a Georgia O'Keeffe painting.
So you want to tell me that this is a mistake? I'll tell you what's a mistake. You're 15 years old.
What's the mistake there?
That's the mistake. I'll tell you what else is a mistake. Still of the night for the theme for the prom.
Why is that a mistake?
Because it's too sad.
Well, you know what? You had ample time to
I brought it up. I wanted it to be whenever there's a night.
Bullshit. This is
from Dream a Little Dream.
The movie Dream a Little Dream?
That's right.
Whenever
Did you
there's a
go
night?
to your prom? Did you go to your own prom?
I chaperoned it.
Number 6.
Yeah. Wow. Weird, huh?
Yeah. Very weird.
Listler is strange.
I don't know about their relationship.
I believe at the end of this episode, I called the cops on Listler.
Yeah.
And had her arrested.
I think you did the right thing.
Yeah, and then she went to prison, as Marissa explained in future episodes, and then was looking for me and was hiding underneath cars so she could slash my Achilles tendon.
Yeah. I do recall that now.
Yeah.
Did she?
She never did. No, she's never caught up with her. No. In fact, we all did a Christmas special, a Womp Up the Jams Christmas special,
that's nice.
which you can go get on earwolf.com. It's Marissa Wampler. It's her own show that she hosted, and Listler is the sidekick, and I'm a guest on it. So, and it's a very weird show, but you can go to earwolf.com or iTunes and get it right now. On iTunes,
I'm going to do that.
On iTunes, look for it under Earwolf Presents. I believe it's called the Womp Up the Jams Christmas special. And Paul, we've done it. No, it's not time for a bonus clip. You got so excited.
I did. My little eyes lit up. My heart grew 10
little
sizes.
Beady eyes.
My little beady piggy eyes.
Those ugly colored little eyes.
The 2 little dumb pebbles in my skull.
You know what? You're a real Swiffer. Have I ever told you that?
How dare you?
No, Paul, it's time for the end of the program.
The end of
part one. Part one. Yes, WHONE. That's the end of part 1, and we're going to have part 2 coming to you next Monday. And if you can't wait that long, if you're a new listener to the show,
then go fuck yourself. No.
I mean, they could do that certainly.
Yes,
who am I to stop them from fucking themselves?
Who am I to stop? If you want to go fuck yourself, then be my guest.
Go fuck yourself. I mean, it's something you want to do.
So hateful.
No, if you're like, oh, that wasn't enough for me, I say, go to the 2011 best ofs. There's 4 hours of those waiting for you if you're new to the program, or just check out some episodes previous to the show.
More top-notch clips. If I were you, and I look, I'm a comedy connoisseur. I'm not just a guy who makes the sausages. I eat sausages all day long.
You're making them, and then you eat the sausages that you make.
I make them and I take them. I'm a terrible businessman.
That's right.
So
don't get high on your own supply.
Keep your eye on the sparrow. I would suggest if you like free entertainment, why don't you download all the existing episodes of the year and listen to them?
That's true. And I have an even better idea. If you like Paul F. Tompkins, he has his own podcast.
Scott.
The Pod F. Tompcast.
There are far fewer episodes, way easy to listen to all of them.
Yeah, and it has Paul on the show, and some of the people that I think Gary Marshall has been on the show.
He shows up on the show.
The aforementioned Cake Boss. Some
he
people we may
show.
hear in the episodes to come in our next week's countdown.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Where can people get that?
That is on iTunes. The Pod F. Tompcast.
One of the best podcasts and Tompcasts around. I think it ranks #1 on Tompcasts.
It's pretty high up there.
Yeah. So check that out, and check us out next week when we count down from 5 to 1. We will see you next time from Paul F. Tompkins and myself.
Don't go to bed with a price on your head.
Don't go to bed angry. Always make up with your wife.
Don't go to bed. Go even.
Yeah, never go to bed.
I
think that's what we're trying to say.
Ah, you fucking assholes.
See you next week. Thanks.
Cursing.
Bye.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Aukerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
EarwolfRadio.com. The wolf dead.